Hey guys, welcome to Shades Tube. It is Friday, y'all. Thank God it's Friday. It is May the 9th, 2025, 10:42 out here on the West Coast. Good morning, West Coast, and good afternoon, East Coast, and good night for all the other, over there in London, places like that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Today, guys, we're going to be talking about Diddy's jury selection day 4. It was rescheduled. We're going to talk about some tripped out information that came across, concerning Cassie and Diddy. And I'm going to answer some comments, or not answer some comments, but reply to some comments and answer a couple of questions regarding Carmelo and Diddy's case, 2 lives that I did. All right. So go get you something to eat, drink, and relax and see. And if you are at work, continue to do your job and take some time to watch Shades Tube. Don't forget, though, if you are at work, watch me on the download so you won't get in trouble or either listen to me. All right? Thank you. Let's go ahead and do that copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. That entire copyright disclaimer is in my description area. It will be in my comment area, and it is part of it is scrolling across that banner right there. Okay, guys, if you enjoyed this content today, could you please thumbs up? All right, let me get it. Also, if you are not subscribed to the channel, can you subscribe below and hit that bell notification so you can be notified of any upcoming videos? Make sure you share and leave a comment. And thank you guys so much for watching. And we are getting ready to get started with this live, guys. All right. Welcome to everybody in the bushes, everybody who watches this in the replay. Over here in the chat, we got Jermaine in the place to be. Thank you, Jermaine, for being here. And Jermaine said, like, share, comment, and subscribe. He also said support is more than just listening. So if you appreciate the content, show some love. Your donations via super chat, super stickers, or cash out at $Shades too. Thank you, Jermaine. Thank you so much for putting that up there. And don't forget about the memberships too. The membership for the channel is $4.99. All right. All right. So somebody is up with the same thing that I'm doing. I cannot believe it. But it's a big ass YouTuber. Okay. So yeah, Shay got that information up first. So let's jump right into it. Diddy's jury selection day 4. Okay. So as you guys already know, they did reschedule that. But what I want to tell you about first is the fact that Diddy's defense team tells judge that he and Cassie were mutually violent. Okay, let me turn this off. So, remember when we were talking about that video that was put out in Diddy's team in the prosecution, they seen it. And then when they described it, they said that Cassie was not looking scared. She was not looking like she was coerced. Nobody looked like they were on drugs. It looks like Cassie was the domineering person, and Cassie looks like she was enjoying herself, as well as everybody in that, that video. Anyway, I don't know what to say about this, guys. I just don't. Let me tell you what TMZ said, though. They said Diddy's defense team is leaning in hard that Sean Diddy Combs was abusive toward his ex Cassie. But they are also saying Cassie was no angel either, because she allegedly got violent with him too. Well, you remember they claimed that Cassie hit Diddy the day that they got it, that he beat her. Okay. Now, I said, even if she did hit him, because I don't know if she did or not, I said that still is no excuse for him to beat her. I mean, the thing is, when he ran out there to that elevator, okay, he could have just told her not to come back, cussed her out and been done with it. I don't even think he needed to go out there, but, instant reflex actions, I guess. All that dragging her, pushing her down, dragging her, kicking her, hitting her, it was plainly ridiculous, throwing something at her. You did all of that because she hit you with a phone, allegedly. All right. So, I don't know. They probably were violent together, because I can only imagine that if he was fighting her, she's hitting him back. she might have hit him first sometimes because, all those women and things like that. You just never know. Anyway, they said day 4 of the Diddy trial saw prosecutor Emily Ann Johnson and Diddy attorney Mark Agnifilo having a very interesting exchange with Judge Aaron Submaranian in an NYC federal courtroom. It kicked off with Johnson telling the judge that victim 1, who is believed to be Cassie, will not be cross-examined about certain medical issues. And what are those, I wonder? The judge then said if prosecutors open the door on the rest of the issues, the defense can walk through it and cross-examine the witnesses. Good. Because let us know everything. Okay, so that's when Agnifilo said the defense is going to take the position there was mutual violence in their relationship, noting hitting on both sides. Okay, it probably was, but still, y'all listen. Y'all know my stand on that. Even if she hit first, I know it's hard to, ignore this and things like that, but you need to control yourself as a man for real, because you're supposed to be the leader. And I know some people are not going to agree with me about this. I do not care, but you're supposed to be, the leaders, and if you know that you are with a woman that likes to do this, if she did anything, then you should get away from her. Why are you still in that relationship? Why? Okay, the first time you probably won't break up, but clearly after the third time, I say the second time, but clearly after the third or fourth time, I'm like, why are you still there? See, I'm thinking that they both hit each other probably, and they both, wanted to do this, because why would you stay in a relationship if a man is beating your butt, and then if this woman is hitting you, why are you still in this relationship? It's crazy. Okay, so I think that they are both guilty. That's why I use the word think. Okay, they are both guilty of probably hitting each other. Okay, let's keep it real. In a lot of domestic violence situations, not all, but some of them, a lot of them, both people do hit at one time or another. I'm not counting, he hit her first and then she hits him back. I'm counting that she just basically hits first, period. Hey, Mosada, thank you so much for being here. And so, well, Jermaine, we know that you did all this time, because you've been putting it in the chat every single time I talk about Diddy. And then you're right, we do know this too. That's what you claim. Right, it definitely shares a new life. And I guess that may be the reason why they postponed, or not postponed, but rescheduled the jury selection today. Okay, until Monday. Anyway, he added, we are absolutely going to admit to domestic violence, but at what point does it become coercive? Okay. Judge Submaranian wanted to clarify Agnifilo's remarks, asking whether you are arguing that they are just violent. And then Agnifilo responded, right, we are saying it's relevant. I think they honestly, I really do think they probably been doing stuff to each other for real. I just do, because when he said that Cassie hit him first, I can't sit here and say, oh no, she didn't hit him. You know what I'm saying? Because I do know how some women be when they get mad about stuff. All right. But I still say he didn't have to get up and run out to that hallway where she was trying to leave and beat her up. Okay, because he's supposed to be a man. He should know how to control his temper in every daggone thing. And him having a explosive temper is no justification for what he did. All right, point blank. So I'm not with that you know what I'm saying? From either either person. Did I say that right? From any one of them. I'm not for that, okay? Period. It's just plainly ridiculous. That's why I said if she was hitting him and she did it more than twice, I'm trying to figure out why did he stay in that relationship. The same thing for her, unless they got a kick out of it, doing it to each other. Who knows? Anyway, Johnson said she would submit a letter to the court on this topic, going on to say she planned to offer 2 cell phone videos in the corrected CNN footage of the infamous 2016 beating Diddy gave to Cassie at the Continental Hotel in LA. Now let's see who Johnson is. I'll be forgetting all these people names. Is Johnson one of his lawyers or what? Let's see. I forgot all the lawyers' names. Let's see. So Johnson, let's see. So the Johnson is Emily Ann Johnson. Johnson is the prosecutor, so y'all can know, okay? So Johnson said they are going to admit to domestic violence. Okay, so what does that mean? They're admitting that Cassie was fighting him too? Okay. Or no. That is judge, not judge, that's lawyer Agna Philo claiming that. And then hold on. Then Johnson said she would submit a letter to the court on this topic, and she's going to offer 2 cell phone videos and the corrected CNN footage of that 2016 beating Diddy gave to Cassie. Okay, so we're going to see the correct one. I mean, we probably won't see it, but they will see it. But I'm pretty sure, they will explain what they saw and everything. So that's tripped out. So what do you guys think about that? So somebody said, but do you have tapes of her doing this? I have been hit by a girl before because she's drunk as hell. What do you take to hit like a man and leave so the cops don't come? It's at boiling point of agreement. Stan will only escalate the situation. So let me tell you what I seen on this tape. Man in a towel naked, beating a woman, then dragging her back to the room like Leatherface. And it looks very extra in nature and something to see when someone says no to you. It does look like that, but at the same time, too, oh my God, what are you saying here? I mean, it looks like that too, like it's some weird shit that they be engaging in. But at the same time, you guys, you can clearly tell that she did not want him doing that. All right, so I don't care what stuff they do, but you can clearly tell that she did not want him hitting her and dragging her. She was in that fetal type position. So please, all right. So he's trying to say what? Like that, dragging her back to the room like Leatherface, and it looks very extra in nature. Because you're thinking about role playing, but you can tell they're clearly not in role playing because you can tell from her reactions that she was scared, and then he's kicking her and stuff. Come on now. You're kicking her where you could actually hurt her. If you do a role playing, you're not doing all of that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, even if you did, you're not going to be doing it hard enough to hurt her. You can tell he clearly was hurting her and she was scared. And that's why she ran out. She finally escaped. And then I think she left and then called or tried to come back. I can't remember, and I think the hotel people told her to stay, go home or whatever the case is. I can't remember. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't agree with everything he just said here. A man in a towel, naked, beating a woman, then dragging her back to the room like Leatherface. And it looks very extra in nature. And it's something to see. No, it looks like he was beating her butt. Now, if they be doing some weird type thing on that level, I don't think this was that day. Okay? I just don't. Somebody said she was fighting back for her life. I applaud her. In that video we saw, I don't recall seeing her fighting back nothing. I seen her shielding herself. Okay? That's what I saw her doing. And like I said before, if he was hitting her first and she was fighting back, okay, but if they have her on video hitting him first, then that's a whole nother story. All right. Let's see. Somebody said excuse number 281. And then I'm not going to read this stupid shit right here. Actually, I will, but I think it's a very stupid comment. This person said Trump and the white people made him do it. That's next. Okay. I don't think nobody forced him to do anything. He did it because he wanted to. And unlike these people who are against Carmelo Anthony and using racism, I won't be doing that in this case right here, okay? Because I don't think this has anything to do with Trump or white people. This is a decision that he decided to do, and it is what it is, okay? You can always say no. And then somebody else said they were fighting over drugs. I don't know about that. They said she stayed with him plenty of times to get away. she ain't with him now. People stay for the luxury. Of course, she was there. She might have stayed too because she probably did care for Sean Combs and loved him. And at the same time, she liked that lifestyle. Look at the video she was in when they were at the award shows and stuff like that. How she was smiling and all over him and things like that. And I doubt they were fighting over that. I think he said what they were fighting over. It was probably some freak off stuff. And because he had somebody there was getting ready to call him some ex-worker or something like that. She might not wanted that person to be there. I think he said something like that. I'm not sure. I cannot remember. Okay, but it wasn't over DRUGSs. Okay, it wasn't over that. Okay. And somebody said minus evidence is hearsay. They did not say they did not have evidence. They have a bunch of videos. We don't know what's on those video recordings, okay? And cell phones and things like that. So this lawyer, Frank, said minus the evidence is hearsay, inadmissible in court. Again, we don't know what evidence they have, okay, because they are certainly not telling us it's a federal case. And I'm pretty sure they probably have some evidence, especially the defense regarding her fighting him first. Okay, so we will be, finding out soon. You said Cassie has no shame. Free Diddy, this dude. She took this man money and still is out for blood. She should not even be allowed to testify in the Fed case. If anything, she was part of the supposed illegal activity. I don't want to say too much, but that's something to look at. You said it's on tape in 4K. He definitely did, and it's settled. That's right. Okay. So, and she took the money too, you know what I'm saying? And living off of it. That's crazy. Okay, so let's go ahead and finish and see what else I have here. So that's a hot ass mess. So that's good news for the defense team, okay? So let's see. So they said that, as we know, Diddy's they said Diddy trial delayed as judge makes shock ruling on witnesses. Let's see what that is. Now, I thought I read this before and I didn't see anything that says that, but it may be here. I may have overlooked it. They said the end of jury selection for Sean Diddy Combs' ex-trafficking federal trial in New York has been delayed until Monday after the judge granted the defense's request. And that must be the request. Well, let's just see. The rapper 55 has kept an upbeat demeanor throughout the closed process. The trial will not be televised because it is in federal court and all recording devices are banned. Because I know in the comment sections, you guys are still asking that question. Why can't this be in the federal court? Why can't it be televised? So I just told you. Okay. All recording devices in federal court are banned, period. So today, his lead attorney revealed Diddy's defense would claim the rapper and his ex-girlfriend, Cassie, engaged in mutual violence throughout their relationship. So let's finish reading. Diddy will reportedly admit to domestic violence while claiming he is innocent of ex-trafficking and racketeering. Over the last week, Judge Submaranian has been questioning prospective jurors one at a time to see who can be fair and unbiased. Combs has watched from his seat at the defense table, scanning the courtroom for supporters and even nodding and smiling to potential jurors. Okay, so the reason why they postponed it is just because, like I said, because of that shocking thing where the judge basically is allowing Cassie to be cross-examined. All right? Because remember, the prosecution was trying to not have that done. So now the judge said they can cross-examine her. The defense can, which is a good thing in my opinion, because why wouldn't you allow the defense to cross-examine Cassie? Okay, so we can see if she's as innocent as she claims to be, because I'm pretty sure, like I said before, the defense attorneys got some questions for her and probably got some information to show, videos, cell phones, whatever. I'm pretty sure they probably got something like that. And if so, this is going to be a trip, you guys. I just know Mark Agnafilo and his team got a lot of stuff to back up what Diddy is claiming. Okay, that he did not do racketeering or ex trafficking. We're gonna see. And I know some people are going to be mad if he's not convicted, but the thing is, you can't convict people based off of what you think or based off of false allegations. You have to have real proof. In the court of law, you have to have real proof to back up your claims. Okay, this is not YouTube jury and shit. This is not YouTube court. Court or TikTok court. Okay, this is an actual court. So therefore, they are going to be looking at real evidence and proof. And if the prosecution team, the feds cannot, if they do not have enough information to back up what they are claiming, and the defense does, then Diddy will not be convicted of those two things. Okay, so we will see. This is going to be a tripped out ass trial, and I guess since they rescheduled the jury selection, I'm guessing that it moves up the trial date. Huh. Okay, so let's read maybe two comments. Somebody said, don't worry, Diddy gonna be fine. You will see. Oh, he will take a plea, yes, and they will slap his wrist silly, but he gonna be just fine. Watch. Okay, so another commenter says, so sad we can't even count on the legal system to do the right thing. Police, judges who are involved, I hope you get your karma someday. First of all, you don't know if any of these accusations are true. Okay, and worry about the karma you're going to get, because I'm pretty sure everyone in this world has done something they are not proud of. Okay, so everyone reaps what they sowed. Okay, not just Diddy, not just Carmelo, not just Susie down the street, but every single person does. All right, and that's point blank. So another commenter said, everything is about money, so don't be very surprised when Big D gets 2 years. Okay. Another commenter said, bye-bye, homeboy. Okay, so another commenter said, if you decide to find him not guilty because of his high paid lawyers, there will be no justice in this country. Dude, that's already relevant right now, all right, for certain people. And then somebody came back and said, actually, how I see it, there's no justice as it stands. They have made this man guilty before his trial. And in just those terms, it is a mistrial. Thank you, Chris Bribery. Thank you so much, okay? And then, of course, Sean came back and said, what justice when you have a convicted felon as the president, okay? And then somebody else said, guilty only in the court of public opinion thus far. That's the double-edged sword. When you're someone in the public eye, you are rich and popular enough to have a lot of control and power, which you love. But when the truth of wrongdoings happen behind closed doors and it's made public, that same popularity can condemn and make you lose everything. That's true. And that's why these stars need to watch what they do. You understand what I'm saying? And stop doing stuff that they know can possibly, get them involved in a situation they don't want to be involved in. All right. Even if Diddy does get off or whatever the case is, I hope that he looks at everything that happens. And if he was doing anything, he cuts it out. All right. Because the next time he may not be in the court, somebody may react a certain type of way. You see what I'm saying? So the thing is that, if he is, found not guilty or gets off from a mistrial or whatever, I just hope he learns from this, because I'm pretty sure he may not have done everything, but I'm pretty sure he probably, I think he could have done some other things. I don't know exactly what, but I'm just saying, because I know everybody can't be lying. And I have said that so many times. But at the same time, if they don't have any proof or evidence to support anything that he done, then they can't charge him. I mean, they can't convict him on it. Okay, point blank. So this is going to be a tripped out case, like I said, and I cannot wait until we start looking at it on Tuesday, or actually on Monday at the the jury selection thing. And then on Tuesday or Wednesday, I guess the actual trial thing will start. So I can't wait to cover it for you guys. Okay. So let's go ahead and look at this video real quick, and then we're gonna move on. Can y'all hear that music? I don't think you guys can, but I can hear it, so that's a good thing. Let's go ahead and do this. I know. Damn. People are so annoying. Okay, let's look at this.
The John Diddy Combs sex trafficking trial is reportedly in disarray as a key witness has gone missing just days before opening statements. Federal prosecutors are scrambling to locate victim 3. She had planned to testify publicly without a pseudonym. Combs faces 5 counts, including racketeering and sex trafficking, tied to claims he forced 4 women into drug-fueled freak-offs. A third indictment in April added another trafficking charge involving victim 3, though Combs' legal team dismissed the allegations as old stories from ex-girlfriends in consensual relationships. Despite the missing witness, lead prosecutor Maureen Comey said they have many acts of racketeering beyond her testimony. Defense attorney Tenny Garagos pressed for clarity on whether victim 3 will be called, noting her long association with Combs. As jury selection continues, 45 of 600 potential jurors remain. Combs has pleaded not guilty and rejected a last-minute plea deal. He faces life in prison if convicted.
So that's basically the stuff he said. I mean, we already know these things, but now I know how to say. I was saying the attorney's name right, Tenny, but still, Gergos, I already knew that I was going to say it wrong still. So I do know how he said it, you know. So I'm still going to say G, though, because it's going to be hard for me to say that the right way. But I'm glad I said her first name correct. So it is what it is. Okay, so let's move on to the next one, because this right here, we already knew all this. I thought they were going to talk about today. Okay, let's see. So let's go ahead and look at this one. Actually, let's look at him.
So Diddy jury selection is happening today. What we have been watching before is the jury qualification. So the jury qualification, as we were talking about, was reducing the 600 down to 45. They are picking the jury today. What's going to happen, because you won't be able to watch it. So those 45 people will be sitting in a room. What will end up happening is one of 2 things can possibly happen. There's something called a blind jury strike, and then there's a live jury strike. It depends on how the Southern District of New York actually does this. A blind jury strike is usually what ends up happening is the clerk just randomly prints out some names. They hand it to both parties, and both parties just strike the numbers of the people that they want. Like the defense, they won't tell them. They'll say, well, we strike 6, 4, 10, 10, so they pick just 10 names they want stricken off. The prosecution just picks 6 names. They give them back to the clerk, and the clerk says, defense strikes this person, this person, this person, this person, this person. Prosecution strikes this person, this person, this person, this person, this person. And that leaves us with these next 12 names on the list. They just go to the next 12, and that's your jury. The other way that they do it is the way that most of us are used to doing it is the panel sitting in the back. The clerk, who is basically the mouthpiece for the court, says, we are picking the jury, juror number 17, and they say the person's name. Bruce Leroy. So Bruce Leroy would then come up, and he brings all of his stuff. He has his stuff. He comes up, and first it goes to the prosecution. So the clerk will say, what says the United States as to Mr. Leroy? And they say, Your Honor, court, whatever they want to say, Your Honor, please present the juror, as in we're presenting him. He is fine with us. We present the juror. So he still is sitting there, and it is awkward.
Oh man, okay.
Then they go to
we need all that
defense, and the defense is sitting there and they're reading their list. And we've done this a million times. You've got to be careful, because you don't want the person sitting up there too long, just awkwardly, just sitting there staring, waiting for you to make a decision. Everybody in the room is watching, and then finally they say, Your Honor, please seat, or please present, but usually it's seat. Please seat Mr. Leroy. So they've said it. He might say, show enough. And then all of a sudden they put him in the box, and that is your first juror. So then they go back and forth throughout time until they come up with their 12 jurors. And I think it's going to be 6 alternates. The alternates listen. They listen to everything. They see all the evidence, but they do not participate in deliberation. They do not get to vote. They do not get to go into the room. They just have to sit there just in case something happens to those 12 votes. But that's how the jury selection is going to go today. It's a very interesting process. I guarantee you, over the last day since they've had a break, the defense has sat around, that's probably the United States, and they have scoured those 45 people. They have a juror consultant, the defense does. What is a juror consultant? A juror consultant is just like you and me and John Q. Public, who is just like, well, that person is black and black people are very sensitive. That person is white and white folks are very conservative. That person is a fire parent. Fire people are this. This person has 3 children and they're at the age of something. That's all a juror consultant is doing, is they're utilizing their common sense to help pick a 12-person juror who is fair and impartial. And as we mentioned, you're going to get as fair as you possibly can, but there are people who don't know anything about the case. But that's what's going to happen today. Opening statements are going to start Monday. We'll talk a little bit more about what opening statements are because the show's getting started. There you go, Diddy. This is what you wanted. This is what you came for.
I think he could have left all that digging his nose shit off of this video. Okay, but it is what it is. He just told us what they do with jury selections, even though, you know, they did postpone it for today. But you can apply that to Monday. All right, so let's see what Susie is talking about right here.
Hey everyone, what's up? So I have a trial update. Today was supposed to be the final jury selection for the Diddy case. However, it has been adjourned and postponed until Monday when final selection will take place and then opening statements are to follow. Apparently, Diddy's defense attorneys are concerned about jurors dropping off over the weekend, and really they need to narrow it down to 12 jurors and 6 alternates. So they're really, they're really running thin right now, because right now I believe there's 43 prospective jurors. One of the jurors sent an email to the court stating that they couldn't go through with this. Victim number 3 is MIA. I guess they have cold feet, because who wants to even be part of this trial? Like nobody. Everybody's terrified. It kind of adds more to the story here, right? So no one wants to be a juror. People are trying to find a way to get out because of probably the length, the high profileness of the case. Like nobody wants to, have to make a decision on such a quote powerful person
in Hollywood.
Hollywood shaking in their boots. And another thing that was mentioned by the other side is that the DV was allegedly on both sides of the relationship, referring to Sean Combs and his former girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, who was one of the key witnesses. So that's quite interesting. And another thing that was mentioned was that the video that was released at the hotel was altered. So yes, as I mentioned in a previous post, these are some of the tactics that the defense are going to use to try to minimize the credibility of witnesses, of any type of surveillance or other evidence that's going to be presented. And they're doing just that already without the trial even, unfolding. So I'm still scheduled to go to the trial on Monday. Let's see if I'll get in. And I'm going to keep you posted for any updates. Let's see what happens over the weekend.
Okay, those are 2 lawyers, guys. And I like to go to lawyers because they definitely know what they are talking about versus listening to YouTubers. Okay, let's read y'all comments over here. So you said this is a public lynching orchestrated by the Diego, right? That's how you pronounce that. You never know. It could be. You said, what does she have to hide? Right, Cassie? Probably a lot. That's why they was trying not to do cross-examination. They weren't going to let the defense, do cross-examination. They thought they were going to convince the judge to say, agree with that. But the judge was like, oh, forget that. You guys can cross-examine her and any other witnesses. So that's a good thing. All right. That is a good thing. And thanks, Jermaine. Okay. The music is only for me to hear, I guess. But once the video's done, you can hear it in the background then. But yeah, that's like, we just went over everything this lawyer said. She just clarified it a little more, and we can't wait till Monday to see what's going to happen. And of course, they are using those things as a part of their defense. Mark Agnafiglio, or whatever. I'll have to look at his name to remember how to say it. He definitely clarified that he will be using that as a defense, point blank. I mean, why wouldn't he? You got to definitely make people look at Cassie sideways and wonder if she's telling you guys the entire truth. So they are going to use, whatever they can use to show that. And I hope y'all can hear me on this thing. I don't know if y'all can. Can y'all hear me? Hold on, let me see. Yeah. And if since she did not disclose that she was fighting him as well, is going to, weaken her defense, point blank. If they have any kind of evidence that shows that she was fighting him first, is going to weaken her defense somewhat, And if they have any videos that show her laughing, being involved in stuff, participating, that means, without being coerced or under the influence of alcohol or drugs, that's going to be a trip, huh? And like I said, I remember Diddy or the lawyer saying everything will show once the trial starts. So what does that mean? Do they have videos too that we don't know anything about? Like I said, his lawyers are good. Tierney, all of them. Agnafilo, all of them. So we will see. All right, so let's go ahead and move on from Diddy, okay? And let's go ahead. And we already talked about Cassie and Diddy allegedly fighting each other. I didn't want to put the word up there, fighting, because YouTube does not allow certain things. So I had to put harm each other instead. But that's what I mean, fighting each other. All right. So now, guys, let's go ahead and do these replies to 2 or 3 videos that I did. Let me take this down real quick. I think I covered all of the Diddy. Let me make sure that I got everything Diddy. Okay, before we leave off this subject. Hold on. Off this topic, I mean. Let's see. Diddy. Let's make sure. Let me just make sure real quick, y'all. Let's see what they're saying here. Oh yeah, let's talk about that little part real quick, where she said that some of the jury people are probably scared. I said that before, that some of these people are probably scared to be up there, being one of the people making a choice if this man is guilty or not guilty. I don't know why they don't allow the jury to see them and be in a closed room and watch the case on the TV, so that the person that's up, on charges won't know who these people are. I don't know why they can't do it like that. You don't have to see these people to pick them. You can just look at their, whatever they said, the questionnaire, what they said in the interview, and then you can pick, make choices. And the prosecution and the lawyers could actually see them. I don't know why they let the person that's up for the charges see these people. That's why I never wanted to be on the jury. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm so glad I was on standby. I was praying that they would not, call me in or anything, because I don't want to be on that damn jury. And then you vote them guilty, or the person think you voting guilty, and then they send somebody out to you. Like in one of these type of cases. So I can honestly understand why some people are trying to get out of this jury thing. Just like that lawyer just said. And a lot of people having cold feet, just like this lady who is missing, and I think they did talk to her, because they said that she said she was never trying to testify in the first place. She didn't say she was, okay? She's not coming, so I don't think she's like missing like that, I don't know for sure, but I don't know. What you say? You said, no, if they're going to have the power to send someone to prison, I think the defendant should have the right to look them in the eye. Okay, Jermaine. But what if you got like in a high profile case where the defendant could possibly, not saying that Sean will, I'm just saying, retaliate. That's why I said that, because you just never know. These people, some of these people are scared. And why are they scared? You can use so many things to get away with not doing your jury duty. So, and a lot of people probably did use it already. So I'm just saying, And then this lawyer just said people are having cold feet. They're scared. So why do you think they're scared then? And that's why I think they should show the people. But then again, I guess they do need to look each other in the eye. But when you're talking about like high profile cases like this, I don't know if that's a good thing to do, because you never know what people may do if you are convicted. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I wouldn't want to be on that. I would not want to be there. Now they did say the jurors' names will be anonymous. Okay. Now they did say it's up to them to shield themselves from the media coverage and other chatter about the case. Okay. Yeah, but this is going to be interesting, like I just said. Let's see what Jermaine said. Hey, Ryan, what's up? What's up? What's up? Thank you so much, hon. It's going pretty good. How's yours going so far? Y'all make sure y'all check out Ryan222 Graph and show him some love and support. He's a gamer, so make sure y'all check him out. You said so long as they reach the right conclusion. Okay, so what if they don't? What if they don't? What if they don't reach the right conclusion? Then what? Should they be scared then, Jermaine? Okay, so I think that's it with the coverage. I don't see anything else. Of course, 50 Cent put himself in it, but let's see what he said real quick. Let's see what he said. So he did an AI generated image. So he posted, let me just show y'all what he did. If this was him for real, he had this type of power, then Diddy could hang it up. Okay, but he's saying that he's the jury, okay? And if he was the jury, like I said, Diddy could hang it up. All right, for real. Let's see. Let's see what he's saying here. Hold on. They still talking about that shopping date shit. So he put up there over those pictures, I'm not sure if this is fair, but don't worry. Be happy. Be happy that he can't do this for real, because if he could, I'm telling you, Sean Combs would be found guilty all the way around. Okay? Look how he's looking. Shit, these pictures are true. But anyway, yeah, 50 don't care for Diddy like that, okay? So let's see what else he did. All right. So he's been doing all types of little AI generated messages and shit for Diddy and stuff. But I haven't been looking at them, so it is what it is. You already know that Diddy and 50 got their little feud going on. But he just better be glad that people like 50, he better hope 50 people like 50 are not on that in that jury. Point blank. Okay. All right. Well, enjoy your coffee, and I'm glad you're doing well. How's your girlfriend? Okay, so let me give y'all this little warning message real quick before we go into these comments, replies, and all of that bull crap. Okay, let me change this banner real quick. Let me give y'all this real quick. So let's see here. They said that a common appliance found in 2 out of 5 homes can increase cancer risk for children. Let's see here. So they said children in homes with medium to high gas stove usage and inadequate ventilation, according to a new Stanford University study, and you can't even see the rest of this message. I guess they are saying that they have a higher increase of getting cancer. Okay, so down here they say it's the first study to assess the carcinogenic health risk from benzene, which is formed during gas combustion from stoves, as well as leukemia cases attributable to gas stove use, researchers claim. So benzene is a known carcinogen, okay, and it's an associated health risk for 6.3 million U.S. people who are exposed to the top 5% of highest benzene emitting gas stoves. So that's why I be having, let me tell y'all something. That's why I be having my doors open and shit, because I can't stand the smell that comes from, I can't stand gas smell, okay, and stuff. So I always open, I keep my doors open and stuff to let in fresh air, because I just knew that cannot be safe to be breathing that stuff in. Anyway, they said the results indicated that gas stove use can significantly elevate benzene concentrations, posing potential health risks in smaller dwellings. The risks are exacerbated in kitchens, living rooms, and bedrooms, where people spend most of their time. So when you cook, I would tell you guys to open them damn windows or patio doors. They said this concentration is the highest in smaller apartments, followed by manufactured homes, attached homes, and detached homes. So they did say higher efficiency ventilation system show a notable decrease in exposure when used. However, the best ventilation scenarios did not fully mitigate the carcinogenic health risk. Okay? So benzene is a harmful chemical often found in gasoline, cigarette smoking, and paint strippers, and has been linked to blood-related cancers and leukemia. So the research indicates children cancer risk from gas stove exposure is 1.85 times higher than adults. They say kids typically breathe in more air than their small body size. So let's see what they're telling us to do. So they did say while the short-term non-carcinogenic risks are not significant, the long-term carcinogenic health risk may cause public health concern, particularly for people with high gas stove usage and inadequate ventilation. So let's see. So they say strategies to mitigate benzene exposure include switching to electric stoves, enhancing ventilation, and reducing outdoor benzene levels in areas with heavy traffic or industrial activity. So in New York became the first state to ban the installation of new gas stoves in most new homes and buildings in 2023. They don't even really use them here, you know what I'm saying? But what can you do? Let's see. I guess I'm telling you probably can just open that damn window, the windows and doors. Because like I have my doors and stuff open when we cook. We don't cook that much anyway, but when we do, that's what we have the door open. Because it's, it's almost common sense that breathing in that daggone gas, it just seems like it's probably harmful, So, I mean, common sense would be to, if you smell that weird ass gas smell, you should have those, the windows or doors or something like that open, and that's why I keep my eyes open in the daytime and stuff. Because it's, I don't want to smell that shit. Point blank. So what do you guys got to say about that? So somebody said, lies, I grew up with a gas stove and still use gas to this day. Somebody else said, I had both, but just because your gas stove hasn't given you cancer doesn't in any way, shape, or form conclude that benzene isn't a harmful carcinogen, nor does it uh, disprove the study. They say California has been saying this for decades, and finally someone did a study and proved that the risk is increased to cause blood-related cancers in children and vulnerable people. And then they said, however, it does not say that it will most definitely give you cancer. Also, it indicates that homes with gas stoves and adequate ventilation greatly reduces the risk of the carcinogen causing cancer, and further states that most vulnerable were children in small apartments without adequate ventilation. None of these are the situations you say you grew up with. So stating that a scientific study proving a scientific fact are lies simply because you don't have cancer right this minute. Who is to say you won't later develop it and will have been because of these factors, or others who have suffered? Not lies. Okay. Anyway, the thing is that you can clearly tell that it's doing something. Okay. Let's keep it real. This shit smells. So even if you live in an apartment, I just say open up them damn windows, every single window in your apartment when you're cooking, and leave it open until, maybe 2 or 3 hours until after you get through cooking and stuff, just to get that, out of your house and stuff like that. Period. Just try not to be cooking 50,000 times per day. Maybe cook enough food one time so you can just go in the refrigerator and then just heat it in the microwave somewhere. And that's not as safe either. Like everything out here can basically cause cancer. Okay. The only thing we need to do is know what these things are. And if we can't eliminate it from our life, and if we can't reduce the usage, because you got foods, food ingredients that cause cancers. You got, they talk about the ink from damn receipts can cause cancers, allegedly. All right. They're saying that BPA can cause certain things to happen, and it leaks from your water bottles, plastic containers, the microwave, the damn TV set, your daggone cell phone, your computer, every single thing. So the only thing we can do is, take in this knowledge, research it ourselves, and then do what we need to do in our homes to reduce the chance of catching cancer from these items for our family. That's all we can do. Because honestly, I don't even see how we can get around not using anything that could cause cancer. I just don't. But I'm glad to know about the stove thing. But I could almost, basically guess that myself. That smell can be horrible. My stove down there don't have a smell like that, but the benzene is still being released. So therefore, that's why I still, keep the doors open. And electric stoves are not, they're safer probably than gas, but they also, there have been studies talking about electric stoves. So you're never safe no matter what you damn use. I mean, for real, it's just crazy. I think if people stop concentrating so much on money, making money, and do things that are more safer for us, we would probably be, better. We'd probably eat better. We would probably be doing better, and just, it'd be less cases of cancer. And that's what, I believe. But they're not going to do that, because as long as they making money, and people are buying these things, they're going to keep on selling it. Look at cigarettes, alcohol, weed. Okay, all this stuff, all of the things I just named can cause certain type of cancers, but yet people still drink, people still smoke, and people still smoke weed. Come on now. And just like fast foods, candy, all of that stuff, so people still buy it. So when, the United States changed some rules and started making healthier products for us to buy, and to use, that's when, the cancer rates will probably decrease. And then people will make healthier choices because they'll be forced to buy healthier things. When you see McDonald's on the street selling all this unhealthy stuff and it's cheaper, and you see all these other restaurants, and you got to hurry up and get you something to eat, you're not going to go home and cook. And a lot of people are not going to go to the healthier places because that shit is over. They put it so high, and then plus some of these restaurants are not even in your area. So it's a trip. So, like I said, they are going to have to stop, making things that are harmful, for us. they're going to have to use safer products. And it's just is what it is. But until then, we need to find out about all these things. And then we need to pick safer products for ourselves and our families and go from there. All right? All right. So let's move on to these replies and stuff. Okay, let's see here. Now I'm getting ready to answer these replies. I'm going to try to be nice, but I'm not going to promise it, okay? I'm just not. So let's go ahead and put this up. Let's take Kanye down from up here. Oh man, Shay cannot type of crap. Okay, so all right, so first thing first, let me keep this first because I want to go back and do this. Let me go ahead and read this first comment right here. Okay. Oh no, this is a damn thing I just got to read. Let me go to YouTube. I think I saved it if it's not off. Here it is right here. I hope it didn't go off. I knew it was. It never stays. Damn. Now let me see this. Let me see if I screenshotted it. Now I need to go back and see where that comment was. Let me look on here. I hate when you save stuff, you keep it on that page, and then when you go back to it, it just goes back to the beginning. So let's go to this one first. The comic book Crip said, this thug needs to be in jail. First of all, this young man is not a thug. Okay, that's the first thing. You are probably more of a thug than he is. Let's keep it real. Okay, it is not fair for you guys to paint a picture of someone and you know that picture you're painting is not true. But where is he a thug at? Where? Listen, it's simple as this. There was an altercation. It got out of hand. It should have been handled differently by both. All right? The person who initiated the conflict, Austin, should have definitely handled it in a different way. There was no need for him to stand up and go and approach this dude. He should have went and stood up and walked himself right over there to the coaches and reported it. That's what he should have done. That's the end of that story right there. Okay, point blank. All right, let's see what else. We're not even going to read this comment right here because this person right here, I don't know what this person is trying to say. Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to go to the new ones, okay? Okay, let's read this one. EE's gift. He said the dad of the victim left when asked to leave the press conference. That was open to the public. Carmelo could learn from him, not understanding why people are defending this. He's not a representation of Black people. He's a iller. Where are the videos for the young 7-year-old unalive recently of the hundreds of Black men passing on from gang violence? First of all, I'm sure EES or whatever E's gift does not watch Shades Tube, because everyone who watches Shades Tube knows that Shades Tube already talked about the 7-year-old who got unalive by that dude who hit him and kept on going. We already talked about that. We don't talk about cases every single day unless there's new information, okay? We don't do that over here, okay? There's no new information the last time I checked, and when I get an update, I will talk about it again, like I do with everything. Okay, so we did discuss that, and we have discussed many cases involving Black people. But over here on Shades Tube, I don't just cover Black people. I cover any news that I feel like I should cover. I'm not a racist, so I'm going to cover white people getting unalive, Blacks, Latino, Asian, whatever, okay? And that's on everything, all right? And you say this is not a representation of Black people. First of all, Let's see all of the video evidence, all right, before we make a conclusion, we come to a conclusion about this kid. Okay, that's the first thing. Secondly, you're right, because a lot of representation of some Black people is just not good. Let's keep it real, all right? Then you say Black men are passing on from gang violence. They are, okay, they are, but we definitely discussed that too at one time or another. And they are grown and they are making their own choices. Some of the gang people are not grown, they're kids, and they are being, encouraged or persuaded to join, or some just want to join because they're trying to get up out of, make sure they have money for their families or whatever the case is. But the thing is, we have discussed all of this, okay? And we can't change how people do things. All we can do on social media is discuss it, period. This is up to Black people who decide to join gangs. They need to stop joining gangs, point blank. We can't force them to stop doing this from social media or even out there in the public, in the real world. The thing is, what are you doing to expose or to talk about Black men passing on in gang violence or violence in the Black race? What are you doing? Okay, what are you doing about this? See, what you are doing right here in this comment, though, it's okay for you to defend Austin or to be team Austin or whatever, however, I don't think it's okay for you to start, going in on all Black people. All right, because it's not really about race. You guys are making it about race. All right, kids who got into an altercation, a verbal altercation that led into a physical one, and it got out of hand. Point blank, nothing more. The only time I can bring race into it is when you guys leave me stupid comments and be racial. And you're damn right I'm going to bring race into it. Because from the start, well, not actually from the start, but like maybe day 4 or 5, I started saying that somebody should have went and got the coach. And since Austin was the initiator or the instigator, and he had a problem with this kid being under the tent, and he thought that the kid was trying to steal stuff, he should have went over there and got the coach. I don't know how hard that is for you guys to understand, okay? And I do not care how many comments you leave in my comment section. I don't give 2 shits. I really don't, because you are not going to make me change my mind, all right, at all. All you're doing is bringing my views up. So keep on leaving these comments and watching this video, because you are only bringing my stuff up, all right? Don't like what I said, then don't watch it. Don't respond. I'm not asking you to or begging you to. All right. And that is on everything. Okay, let's see. And then you say you're not understanding why people are defending this, because they want to. The same way you are calling him a murderer, and you have not seen all of the evidence, the most crucial one, which are the videos. The most crucial ones are the videos. You are already jumping to conclusion, and you have not even seen all of the facts. How stupid is that? All right, point blank. I said I believe, the key word is believe, that Carmelo used self-defense. I didn't say I know 100%. I said I believe at least 75-80% that he used self-defense, or thought he was using self-defense. I don't think he cold-blooded intentionally unalive this kid. All right. So for you guys to be sitting around here saying all of this foolishness, you are foolish people, and I don't care if you don't like it. You know what you can do. You don't have to watch this channel, and that's on everything. I'm not begging you to or asking you to. I don't make money off these videos. Okay. Yeah, $10, something like that. So I don't give a damn if you watch it or not. I'm just going to be perfectly honest about it. You don't even have to comment. But you people choose to make comments and stuff. That's on you, all right? And that's on everything. And we're not going to hear one word from him. You know that's right, because they told him not to probably until the trial. And then you will hear him talk, and I hope he takes the stand if his lawyer says he should. Because I'm not a lawyer. I don't know if he should. But I'm just saying I hope he does. So William did speak some truth. He said, let's just wait and hope there is a clear video. That way there's clarity in closing for the families, right? And I do hope that the video is clear, but it should be. I'm pretty sure a bunch of people use their cell phones. When I do videos on my cell phone, it's clear. It's clear. So somebody should have clear videos, point blank. They should do one. I really do feel like they should do one if it is advisable. I think they should, and no, you said they just had one press conference by his parents to address the misinformation floating around about the money. Right. But I was saying, I wish they could. I don't know if they could, though, if they could actually talk, but not about the case, but just telling about their son and, but maybe they don't want to, Hey, Kim, thank you so much for tuning in. I misread that because I just looked at it real briefly. So then let me see. Okay, what else we have here? Okay, so we covered that. Let me go to the other one. Hold on. This boy got no life. I'm telling you, some people on YouTube just don't have any damn life. Well, let me ask y'all something. Why do people think that they need to defend certain people who can defend themselves? This is plainly ridiculous, okay? I mean, just don't have no other content but foolishness. Okay, let me go to the next one. Hold on. I need to go to my lives. I thought I was just on it. So let me see. I'm trying to find this comment with this lady just. Let me go all the way down. Hopefully it's still here, so I won't have to look through each one. So this dude right here said, Carmelo had, his name is Bell Macha or something. He said Carmelo had every right to have a clear sharpener, and he felt his life was being threatened. He had every right to defend himself. The kid admitted right off that he did it. However, he had no idea it led to Austin passing. The kid was clearly inconsolable, anxiety and distress, deeply sorrowful, constantly asking if Austin was okay. It is a very tragic incident that happened between the two teens that has nothing to do with the color of the skin. Shame on the people who immediately use a tragedy of two teenage kids with a loss of life to us, their Christianity, as a way to validate their racism. And I agree with that, because this is all I'm trying to say here. You know what I'm saying? I told y'all before, these two kids, we looked them up. Well, Jermaine did in detail, and looked at their pages when they were open and everything. And that's how we found the picture of his mom standing in front of the car with the bow on it in front of that house. Okay. That clearly has the date on it. All right. But when we saw when he saw their pages and stuff like that, and saw that they both had friends of the opposite race, we knew then that these two young men were not racist. And for the public to try to make it seem like it's about race and start calling Carmelo Monkey Nigger, saying that he's a thug, his parents are poor, they use the donation money, he's been in jail, he has a criminal past, and all this other stuff. And then they even talked about the mom and dad. It's just plainly ridiculous. And some of that was stated because of racism, especially the racial slurs. So that's when it became a racial type situation. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just saying, initially I was just saying, basically, we need to look at the fact that these are two kids, okay? And this is why I kept saying, and I keep saying, that this could have been de-escalated if somebody would have went and got the coach. And the first person who should have done that is Austin, because he's the one who had a problem with this kid being underneath the tent. Remember, Carmelo was there on his phone, allegedly, minding his business. I know that he was minding his business, and this is not allegedly. He was minding his business. Okay, so Austin asked him, did you go to the school? Carmelo said, no. So what you doing here? I'm doing what I do. You know what I'm saying? So what gave Austin the authority to go further with him? And don't tell me because he's a lead on the team. I don't give two shits about that. He's not the coach. He's not the grown-up. He does not own that part or that tent. So therefore, he should have gotten his ass up When he got up, he should have took his ass right over there to the coach and reported that. That's what intelligent people tell kids to do. But you people are some of the people, and I mean some of you blacks too, are some of the same people who condone that racist ass woman calling that little black kid the Nigger word. And there's no justification for that. I even challenge you guys to go out there, any race of people, and call that race of people children a racial slur and see what happens. Because I guarantee you, it's not going to be something nice. Okay? So how can you guys condone what this lady did? And then you want to come back and tell me about Carmelo? Miss me with that BS. Okay? Miss me with that BS, because you guys talk foolishness. You don't come out with real facts. I sat right up here on my channel the other day and showed you guys the police report, and we went over it line from line just about, and we looked for that knife size and didn't find it. We also read what the witnesses said. I enlarged that report so people out there could read it. You guys are nothing but liars. Okay? You spread false rumors. You do a lot of tricking and very manipulative. That's on everything. You do that when things do not go your way. That's what you do. You do that when things do not go your way. Now, if the tables were turned and this would have been Carmelo unalive, you guys would not have the same energy. And I know you would. All right? I know you would, because it is based on race. Let's keep it real. Okay, let's see here. What else I didn't read? And then this person says stealing phones, money, not equipment. Where is it proof that Carmelo was coming there to steal phones? Okay, and money. This young man worked 2 jobs. Okay, so why would he need to be stealing anybody's money or phones? You can go get a cell phone when you can't get anything else. Why would anybody steal a cell phone now? When it has tracking devices on it, it can shut off automatically, all types of stuff. You guys will say anything. Anything. I mean anything. And it does not even make any sense. Why would he be trying to steal a cell phone when you can go get it? Hey, together, what's up, what's up, what's up? Thank you for tuning in. When you can easily go and buy a cell phone. Are you guys slow or what? All right? Are you? And why would he be stealing money when he gets paid not from 1 job? Why didn't you put this where you got it? But from 2 jobs. Plus his dad probably giving him money. Come on now, you guys. You will use anything to make it seem like Carmelo is a thug like some of you guys are. Carmelo steal like some of you guys do. Carmelo purposely unalive this dude like some of you guys want to do, people, or have done, or you got relatives who done it. So what are you talking about? Then somebody said, let's see what else. I ain't going to live. I cannot talk on the phone. Let's see. Let me let that call go off. Hold on, y'all. And while I do this, y'all know I got some food. I was going to be eating on the camera. Okay, hold on. Not on the camera, but in, while I'm doing this video. Hold on. Okay, let me go back to my thing. She done messed my page up calling. Let me go back to it. I got to start all the way back to the comment thing, you guys. Hold on. Hate when he bring me my food when I'm on this live. Okay, let me see what else I got here. Bear with me, guys. I have to go find it again. So then I got another Novello. And I have asked you guys to stop leaving me books in this comment section, because I will block you. The next person who leaves me a book is getting blocked. Point blank, okay? Let's see this. Hunter even said Carmelo came and sat behind him. So how was he stealing? First of all, why would he be stealing? The boy works 2 jobs. The dad has a good career. They are doing good. Why would they be stealing? And certainly not no damn cell phones. What can you possibly do with a cell phone? Because you can't, when you're going to take it to the pawn shop so it can be tracked, you're going to give it to somebody so it can be tracked? That's stupid. They will use anything to paint, I'm on a live, a negative picture of this black kid. Let's keep it real. Because he's black. And for people to sit here and say that racism isn't playing a role in this, something's wrong with you guys. You are the same type of people who claim there was no slavery. You are the same type of people who claim there is no racism today. Okay? That's the type of people you are. So let me read this one right here. Hold on, let me get a little sip of frozen Coke. So Zena Hill said, that's right, people don't. But see, what they did, Jermaine, they put him underneath the generalization they do for a lot of blacks. The most. They say black people steal. When you know good and damn well, all race of people have thieves, okay? Let's keep it real. There was a white person who walked on my damn patio where I used to live at when I first moved here and stole my damn decor off my patio. There was another race of person when I lived in Georgia who went into the dryer and took my damn comforter out of there, okay? That's who did that. There was a white little kid, teenager, who stole my car in Fayetteville, Georgia, all right? So don't miss me with that race shit. Any race of people can steal, all right? Miss me with that. And I looked up the numbers, and honestly, you know, it's not too much of a difference. Hell, a thief is a thief no matter what color you are, okay? A murderer is that no matter what color you are. A rapist is a rapist no matter what color you are, all right? In all the other crimes, it doesn't matter about your race. It's still a crime, all right? Point blank. I know some of you guys try to make it a difference based on race and things like that, but it's no difference, okay? Anybody who engages in certain crimes ain't nothing but a damn weirdo that really does not even need to be out here free, point blank, okay? Let's keep it real. So Zena said, let's be real with each other as black mothers. We would be devastated had this happened to ours. Why wrong choices can't be that without the other rhetoric? Carmelo could have easily had Mace and we would not be having this conversation. Let me stop her right here. Girl, be quiet, please, okay? I'm sick of you black people who get up here and respond like this, okay? I don't give a damn about, you know, nobody being a black mother, okay? Because people in general, most people know how kids should behave, okay? I don't care about that. And of course, anybody would be devastated if their child or any other family member gets unalive, okay? Let's keep that real. Nobody said, you know, people wouldn't be, all right? You keep on pointing out what Carmelo could have done when he never approached Austin in the first place, lady. Okay, Austin approached Carmelo. So you should have started off this comment saying what Austin should have done, because Carmelo was not messing with him. And whether he carried mace or a knife, guess what? Austin would not even know about this if Austin would have handled this a little differently. You cannot mess with people and then decide if you put your hands on them and you cause them to fear for their life, what type of self-defense they use. That's why you people need to teach your kids to leave other kids alone. And it's just simple as that. You don't need to say shit to them. But if being kids, you know, they will still say something. But you need to teach them then how to back down, back off. Okay, if a kid tell you to leave me a damn alone, you should be telling your kids, you don't still mess with them. You go and get somebody that can help the situation. That's those right there are characteristics of a bully that keep on messing with people, even though you tell them, touch me and you're gonna see what happens. Punch me, you're gonna see what happens. Leave me alone. No, I'm not leaving from underneath the tent. So don't start off with no comment talking about what Carmelo could have done. He could have easily had Mace and we wouldn't be having this conversation. He could, you listen, Austin could have easily left him alone and we would not be having this conversation, okay? Point blank. And then she say Austin was wrong as well for trying to bully Carmelo out of the tent. Now, I use the word bully because I just said that sounds like characteristics of a bully, all right? And I have used it a couple of times saying that he bullied the boy to get him out the tent. But like I said, with everything, we don't really have facts to support that he was being a bully. All I know is that if those witnesses' accounts are true, he was trying to intimidate Carmelo to move out of that tent. And when Carmelo refused to, he went over there and made him move by pushing him or doing whatever he did. We don't know exactly what he did. We just know what the witnesses said. All right? We don't know how hard he pushed this boy. We don't know if he did it softly. We just don't know. So we just don't know until the actual video comes out. We just know what the witnesses said. One witness said he moved Carmelo. So what does that mean? Did he move him softly or did he move him roughly? See, that's what I'm talking about. That's why you guys cannot come to no conclusion for real, because we don't know what transpired. When you say move, hell, he could have went over there and pushed the shit out of him, made him fall, pushed him so hard he went back, anything. We don't know. And he could have also been hitting while he was pushing. All right. So then she said, hold on. I don't really believe it had anything to do with race. We live in Allen, Texas, and I don't know either of these families, but look at the actions and behaviors of the two families. Okay, I don't believe that the two boys are racist. I already said that. I've been saying it. Okay, I don't know about the mom or anything, okay, or the dad, but I don't believe the two boys were racist. But the thing about it is that it's the racist people out here that are looking at race, especially when they call Carmelo, racial slurs, okay? And I don't know if anybody called Austin any racial slurs. I did see some people saying things that they shouldn't be saying, but you won't be hearing me say it, okay, at all, or thumbing it up or hearting it or anything else, okay? She said, hold on, let me read this right here. Hold on. She said, hold on. She said, but look at the actions and behavior of the two families. Anthony act like somebody wronged them. No, wait a minute, hold up. Anthony's family acts like somebody wronged them. No accountability, no compassion. You can't defend that behavior or the product of it, which is their son. First of all, I don't see where they are acting like somebody wronged them. They talked only one time. And the woman was just telling what was going on with her family. That's it. Okay? And no accountability. I think they have taken accountability and compassion too. All right, point blank. Yes, she said, put someone you love in place of Austin. The same exact situation and tell me you'll keep the same stance. You're going to automatically know it didn't call for that. You're going to question why not mace instead of a knife. Y'all, let's just please stop that happening. This is crazy to me. The thing is, I will be saying the same thing I'm saying now, that if that was my child and say Austin, I would have said that if that same thing would have happened, I would have said that Austin should have went and told the coach. Okay? And I would have said if my son could have went and got the coach, he should have done it too. The same way I said Carmelo should have if nobody prevented him from doing that. Point blank, no difference. Okay? The reason why it wouldn't be my son, though, is it's the same reason he said when he got up here and talked on my channel a week ago. He said First of all, he's not telling someone to leave a tent. Okay, lady? He's not going to do that. Because if someone is underneath his tent, he is going to go over there and tell the coach if it's bothering him. Or he's just not going to say anything at all. Because that tent is not worth his life. Because see, not only do kids bring knives, they also bring GUNs. Okay? And then many other people can get hurt. So why even go off over a tent that does not belong to you? And even if it did, he still is not going to risk his life over no damn tent, because that's the way his mom told him. See, lady, I teach my kids only to hit people if they touch them. Okay? I have raised kids who are very successful, and I have 3 here. All right? And they are doing good. I don't have to go to police stations or anything like that. No problems whatsoever. They don't get into altercations. As a matter of fact, they de-escalate things. All right? Because I taught them how to, even if I never use it, but I do use it. But I'm just saying, they will, de-escalate situations that I could get involved in, because they know it's better to bring the whole situation down if possible, versus letting, one of your relatives go off and then something else pops off. Okay? So I don't know what you're saying here. I do know what you're saying, but it doesn't apply to me. Okay? And just say, if something did happen like that, I would still be speaking the truth. Okay? If my son was Austin, I would say my son shouldn't have confronted that daggone boy. Period. All right? I'm not going to say, oh, he should have used mace. No, it should have never happened. All right? It should have never happened, because if that was my son, he should have not even been getting into that situation in the first place. He should have went his ass right over there and told the coach, point blank. Tell the coach. That is what they are there for. One of their job things is to diffuse situations when these players get into, arguments and things like that. They just had an incident a couple of days ago, I believe, where a team, I don't know what type of team it was, called the other team some racial slurs. Clearly, the coaches didn't do enough. Okay, there was an Asian players they were calling names, and I looked at it yesterday because I was going to tell you guys about it, but I'll tell you guys about it tomorrow. They suspended the coaches because one of the job requirements is to not let your players do this type of stuff. Okay? And when Austin saw Carmelo underneath that tip, he can speak if he wants to, but what he should have done is stood up and started threatening and tried to throw that guy out of that tent. That shouldn't happen. And until you guys say that, whatever you say don't matter. It doesn't matter to me. Because you can't even admit that Austin shouldn't have touched or said anything to this kid. Okay? Period. And she just stopped the capping. Lady, don't watch. Okay? Don't watch. Go watch those little channels that sit up here and promote this foolishness. Okay? Without seeing all of the factual evidence. Period. Go watch those channels. I'm not begging for you to watch. Trust me, I'm really not. So Jermaine said, first off, no man is moving me if I don't want to be moved. If he tries, then there's going to be a potential violent situation. And their best decision will be to call the authorities to move me. Jermaine, right, let's use another scenario. Let me ask you something. So, your nephew, do you think your nephew would approach another kid if he saw the kid sitting underneath his school tent? What do you think your nephew would do? Because like I told y'all, I brought my son here. You said absolutely not. And I know he wouldn't. If anything, he would go tell the coach, right? And we know some kids are hyper and, think they all that. So some kids will say something Okay, but if a child ego is not, overshadowing them or some other privilege that they think they have, they will stop what they're doing and they will immediately go over there and get the coach, okay, and tell the coach so the coach can come back and see why this kid is underneath the tent and then make him move if they want to. That's the way that should have been handled. And this person right here who left this comment coming off first, basically defending Austin's actions when they should not be defended. Okay? They don't need to be defended because Austin shouldn't have done what he did either. He should have never even stood up in a confrontational manner in the first place or with a confrontational tone. Are y'all crazy? You heard my son sit up here and said it wasn't that serious. Now, granted, he does not agree with Carmelo's actions, okay? He said what I said originally, that Carmelo, if he had the opportunity, he should have went and told the coach and asked the coach, could he stay there? Period. Okay? So this is a child who said that. He at that time, he was just 16, he just turned 17. Okay? So if a kid knows this, you grown-ass people should know this too. Okay? So hopefully this lady is sitting in the bushes, Zena, because, girl, I do not agree with everything you wrote here. Okay? Let's be real. You said don't make it about race, but then you say black parents. Okay. Let's see what else we got here, y'all. If y'all hear me chewing, sorry about that, okay? I'm not letting my food get cold. Okay, let's see what else we got. Is this Diddy's? Hold on. And then, no, this is not the one. Hold on. This is not the one. See, I wish YouTube would left my comment section open on the video that I was trying to do it on, but, they took it off. Let me go to the one. I think this is this one right here. Let me see. Actually, it's not. I got to put the thing on there. I didn't even do the copyright thing on that. I'm trying to think, where is this at? I think it was here. I think I can remember her comment. I'm not sure. Oh, I think this is it right here. So on my Diddy video, the Diddy jury selection, and they have spoken some surprising information. This lady or man or whatever, I see in the comment sections, you don't know if you're talking to a black person, white person, lady, man, because people use fake profiles and pretend. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. So anyway, she said Secret Service Sam is literally one of the lowest of the low. I don't give a damn. We don't follow Secret Service Sam. We just listen to what he said about his first day seeing the jury selection. Nothing more. Okay. So, you watch whoever you want to watch, and then I can watch whomever I want to. Kill. All right. Period. And then he said, or she said, I think that's a dude, I have many friends who do not know who Diddy is. So what? Okay. Why do you guys think you have to defend every damn thing? Who gives a damn how many friends you have that don't know Diddy? Are they on the jury? Okay. The fact that you have any defensive words about Diddy is absurd with all the evidence we have seen with our own eyes. You don't tell me who I can defend. Okay. You defend who you want to, and I defend whomever I choose to. You got that, sir? All right. If you don't like what I said, don't watch the channel. It's so simple and easy. If you don't like how I defended Diddy that day, then don't watch the channel. It's simple as that. It's not hard. I'm not begging for your views, okay, or your comments. And then he said, innocent until proven guilty is of utmost importance, but he's removed that route many times. No, he did not. Until he goes to trial and is found guilty, he will be innocent until proven guilty in the court of law. It doesn't matter what the court of YouTube say, okay? Or TikTok, or Instagram, or Facebook. They don't give two shits. The court of law is what matters, nothing more. All right. So I don't give a damn whatever criminal. Until you go to trial, you are innocent until proven guilty in the court of law. Your opinions don't mean shit. It does not mean jack shit. He said trying to intimidate witnesses on audio is only a small bit. Okay. You get this right here for that one. I don't give two shits, man, because ultimately it depends on all of the damn proof the prosecution has and the defense have in order to prove if he's guilty or innocent. All of this other shit does not matter, dude. Okay? He said zero authenticity on this channel. Well, then dude, don't watch the damn channel, babe. I'm not asking you to or begging you to. Okay, you can feel free to take your ass to another channel. I'm not begging you, KL, whatever your name is, to watch this channel or to leave a comment. You're not gonna make me change my mind or not come to defense regarding certain things about Diddy. If you were watching my channel in the first place, I never said that Diddy was 100% innocent or anything else. As a matter of fact, the way I put up all his information, you would think that I don't even be for Diddy. So clearly you don't watch Shades Tube, because if you did, you would have already known that. So take several seats and sit your ass down with this stupid ass comment. And that's on everything. All right. I love replying to you guys right here on this channel because you guys be saying shit and you don't know what the hell you're talking about. Jermaine defends Diddy every day while I be up here putting up his shit. Let's keep it real. I even had somebody call me and say, Shay, why did you be saying all this stuff about Diddy? And I told this person, I'm just reading what I saw. So I know you clearly don't know what the hell you're talking about. What I said about Diddy is that I don't believe he did everything that they say. However, I do believe he did some of these things. I just said that today because everybody can't be lying. All right, that's what I said. I'm the same person who put up all these other people up on my channel showing what they said when I had people in my comment section saying, he didn't do this. And I still say, I don't know about that. I don't know for sure. So clearly you don't watch this channel. So therefore you shouldn't be saying a damn thing based off of one video you watch. All right, Kel. So you can just block me before I block your ass. And that's on everything if I remember to, because I be doing so much. I don't got time to be worried about this shit y'all be talking about in this conversation other than getting up here replying to it so I can answer you guys. Come on now. And if people want to defend Diddy, even over here, I don't give two shits. They can say he's guilty. I don't give a damn. Just like they can defend Carmelo or Austin. And as long as you don't get racist, you can be here. I don't care who you defend because the court stuff is going to tell us all we need is to know. It's going to show. Nobody cares about what the public say. The court don't even care about what Shades Tube is talking about. Let's keep it real. We are just damn people on social media. We don't have any bearings on Diddy's case or Carmelo Anthony's case. Let's keep it real. All right? Y'all stop acting stupid and shit and grow up. For real. Let's go ahead and go on to the next one. So let's see this one. I think this is the same one that I just went over. Let's see. Let's stop this and see. My Secret Service Sam, like I really watch Secret Service. I said I should subscribe to him, but I don't know. I need to see what he stands for. That's what I said. And even if I did subscribe to him, that's my damn business. I subscribe to whoever I want to and watch whomever I want to. You watch who you want to watch, and I watch who I want to watch. All right? Damn. Y'all be trying to tell people what to do, and that's not cool. You're not going to be telling me what to do. You don't pay none of my bills over here. You don't pay this internet bill. You don't pay for this computer. You don't pay for shit over here. StreamYard, Video IQ. You don't pay Jermaine. You don't pay me. You don't pay shit. So shut the hell up. I follow whoever I want to. I watch whomever I want to. And I support whomever I choose to. All right? You don't like it, don't watch Shades Tube. And that's just on everything. But then, keep on watching. Because all you're doing is putting my views up. I don't give two shits. Okay, we already read this stupid shit right here. We're going to go to the other one, okay? Let me go to the latest one because I'm going to read this other person comment if I can daggone find it. I think it's this right here. I thought I already looked at this. Hold on, let me stop it. So Jermaine left a comment. Let's see here. Jermaine, I don't like reading your stuff because you be writing all educated. Hold on. Let's see though. So I will read it. So code, sorry y'all, Q6 whatever. She or he said to Jermaine, are you sure you would have had the same opinion if a dedicated, respectful young man happened to hurt your brother, father, or cousin? You get the idea? And you can notice I didn't mention any race because it's irrelevant. Oh, no, babe. It shouldn't be relevant. I mean, it shouldn't be. Yeah. It should not be relevant. Okay. But it is. Okay. The race is. Anyway, he said it's about violent actions and what impact they would have in a community, the family and friends of the victim. Okay, so Jermaine came back and said, because I don't need to answer Jermaine's stuff, he can answer it. Damn, Jermaine, you got a whole book here, dude. He said, here's the thing. You are trying to paint this like it's some simple hurt my family scenario, but it's not. Carmelo did not go out there looking for trouble. He is a kid who got into a bad situation and reacted in a way that escalated things. Okay. Let's see. It's easy to judge from the outside, but the reality is we don't know all the facts yet. So before you start talking about violence and its impact, maybe focus on the fact that Carmelo is just trying to navigate a situation that should have not gone down the way it did. This isn't about community impact. It's about understanding how these things go down in the first place. And I agree. It's not about what if this happened to your relative, your son, your nephew, or whatever the case is. We're talking about Carmelo in Austin. All right. Listen, even if this did not happen, a situation like this could happen to your family member. Let's keep it real. Certainly, if you don't teach your kids how to de-escalate things and how to not overreact and bother people, okay, when they're asking you and telling you to leave them alone. I see a lot of people are overlooking that part. And this is why we have so much violence in this world today. Shay's tube don't get into violent situations like this. And her kids definitely don't. All right? Okay? I live a very peaceful life out here. All right? I'm not into conflicts, not even on my channel. There's only one YouTuber who I was talking to who I got into a little situation with. That's it. And I've been on here since 2015 when some of you guys weren't even here. All right? Because I don't run a channel that I beef, I mess with people or anything. All I do is talk about topics, as you guys really don't know because you don't watch me, and I do the other stuff that I do on my channel. So don't use other examples, okay? Because this does not apply. If we were talking about Carmelo in Austin, all right? I'm pretty sure that Jermaine teaches his nephews and whatever else how to do things. And yes, kids will be kids. But even if they do certain things, I hope that they have common sense enough to stop and realize what they are doing, it may be not the right decision. And then they get back into what they were taught from their family members, including Jermaine, just like in my case. All right? I have already raised some very successful kids who did not engage in certain activities. Let's keep it real. One reason why is because Shades too don't be playing around. All right? And I teach my kids how to respect, including respecting other kids. And you're not their boss. If you see a child doing something, you don't take it into your hands to make that child stop. You go tell the proper authorities to let them handle it. Your name is not teacher or coach or principal or police officer or some other grown-up. So how do you have authority to move anybody, another kid from any space And I'm going to say it, and I'll say it again. Austin didn't have no right or authority to be doing anything to Carmelo. He shouldn't have really even said anything to him. The only reason why I say he can talk is because kids will be kids. However, once he got through asking that boy to leave, he should have walked his ass right over there to that coach, point blank. And I'll put this in here too. If Carmelo had the opportunity to, in other words, if they did not stop him, when he asked them, do you go to school? He said no. Then he'd be like, okay, I'm finna go, you don't need to say it out loud. Just get up and walk over there to the coach and tell. But see, I know what the real problem is that some of you guys teach your kids how not to do that. Okay? They don't know how to de-escalate nothing. They don't want to back down because they don't want other kids to think they are weak. Some of you grown-ups act the same way. You don't back down because you don't want somebody to think you are weak. That's why you keep on coming on my channel. I'm not coming on your channel. Keep that in mind. And you're trying to make yourself look like you're all that, when in reality, you're nothing. Because you shouldn't even be over here. I'm not telling you to leave a comment. Or if you want to leave a comment, you don't have to continue to keep on going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Just make your comment and move on. Because you're not going to change my mind. You got one chick keep on going back and forth, using 2 and 3 different names to Jermaine. That's stupid. You got this dude and this chick going back and forth with me. And of course, I'm going to answer your stuff because you are on my channel. I'm not on yours. Damn. You got that right, y'all. If y'all want me to change my mind, send the cash out. You right. And guess what? I'm still not going to change my mind, y'all. Oh, my God. Because when y'all forget all about Carmelo, just like some of y'all did with Cupcake, McKinley, Shane's Tube is still going to remember. And, and it is what it is. Shane's Tube is still going to remember. It can be 3 years from now. When his case come up, Shane's Tube, if I'm here, blessed to be here, I will cover that case. Okay? I cannot even be doing lives anymore. I will do a live just to cover that case. All right? Point blank. But some of you guys are going to forget because you're only talking about this case because you're hiding behind this case and practicing your racism. Mm-hmm. Just like you're doing with Shiloh Hendricks. You don't give a damn about her. Okay? You're just donating because you're trying to prove a point and you're racist. And that's a sad, sad situation. And unfortunately, she's racist too, but she's going to get what she deserves because you cannot go through life saying crazy shit to kids like that. You just can't. And think your life is going to be great. I don't give a damn how much money you're going to have. You'll see though. You'll see. Okay, let's see what else we got here. And y'all, sorry about eating, but like I said before, I can't let my food get cold. Look at this as an ASMR or a mukbang, okay? I'm so crazy, man. Let's see what else we got here. I think I answered everything. There was another one, but I can't find her. Let me see. It may be hidden underneath these replies. Let's see. This girl. Oh. So somebody answered another person on my in my comment section about the weight. So this person came back and said, hold on. She said, because the other person was saying how much Carmelo weighs. And she said, yeah, right, because you are his doctor and you weigh him. Okay. The thing about it is you don't have to be a doctor or his doctor to know how much he weighs. All it takes is careful research and you can find out how much he weighs. Okay. Lady, or man, you don't have to be his doctor or a person who checks him. If you go to his stats, okay, it shows his true weight. Stupid. All right. That's all you got to do. It shows his true weight. the last time they took it. And more than likely, he still weighs around that same amount. All right? So it doesn't take a doctor to research how much a person weighs, to look at their stats. It doesn't. And to even look at people and try to guess their weight. All right? Goodness. Hold on, y'all. 1 second, my allergies. Okay. So let's see what else. Okay. I think I got that one. Let's make sure. Jermaine, did you want to say anything in the comment section? Any comments you remember? Because it's so many. Damn. I can't believe people get mad because you defend certain things about Diddy. But yet, if Diddy gave their stupid ass some money, they would be sitting right there getting it. And before they found out about all this, some of these damn people would have went to the all-white party. Y'all need to stop. Okay? Diddy, these rumors about Diddy has been going around for the longest, honey, since the 90s. And some of you same people who talk that shit right now, once he got caught, you are some of the same people who was saying back in the day, I wish I could go to that party. Or, if Diddy would have offered your ass some money, you would have took it. Cut that shit out. Y'all talking about who are criminals. Some of y'all are criminals. What are you talking about? Some of you guys are criminals and being out of jail. What are you talking about? Okay, what is it, Jermaine? You remind me of somebody else be up here talking about somebody a damn criminal, and he been in and out of damn feds and doing the most. Okay, how you gonna talk about somebody else when your ass is just the guilty? Oh, I got to find this other comment because I got to get this lady right here because this is plain and ridiculous. No, let me see first. Let me see. Is it here? Damn, I had a screenshot. And Lord, you be lying your ass off, girl or dude. I think this is Charlie. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Charlie, get in damn well. If you saw him playing, you saw him from TV, okay? That's where you saw him from, okay? Let's keep it real. EES. You had wrote a good comment on one of my videos, but then the other one, you just went the wrong exact way, okay? Come on now. So let's see. I don't know where that damn message is. Let's see here. I think this is the person right here. Okay, let me see. Hold on. Now, we were going back and forth. Oh, yeah, this is the one right here. I'm so glad I went here. I knew I was going to find it. And this is so laughable. Hold on, y'all. Let me eat a couple more of these fries. Hold on. Let's see here. You said, let me let y'all read Jermaine's comment while I eat these fries. Hold on. Hold on, y'all just read that and think about that real quick. Let me see what time it is. Okay. I got to 1 o'clock, so we got to hurry up. Y'all finally finished with this food. Y'all. Every time this boy goes get me food, I'll be on this damn live. You don't get it till I get on the live, okay? Okay, wait a minute. Hold on, y'all. 1 minute. Put this right here. Now, Shay's still got to go out here and enjoy herself today. And go get my car washed and things like that. So, hold on. So Jermaine was into a little discussion with them. So Lloyd said, Jermaine calling me a liar when I clearly said I could not be sure. What the hell is his deal? Then this lady, Jaguar, said, neurosis, I guess that's how you say that, and egotism is a hell of a thing. It's not your fault. It's theirs for overreacting. And then I said, the only one overreacting are you guys with all these lies and mixing truth with non-truth at Jaguar. Then she came back and said, that's something a liar like yourself would say to protect themselves in their narrative. So why talk about others doing things? You are acknowledging you know what they are, so you have done them in the past. You can't lie to me, you know, and therefore you are responsible. So, you know, when she said this part right here, you are acknowledging you know what they are, so you have done them in the past. I came back and I said, hold on, let me see, what did I reply to her? I said shit. I said chick. Hold on, what did I reply back to her at? Let me see. Because I gave her the opportunity. Okay, she's this BITCH is slow as hell. Okay, let me just tell you guys exactly what I said. Okay, so when she said that part what I just told you guys about. Hold on, let me go back to that. I said the only one overreacting, and I hope you're sitting your dumb ass in the bushes, okay? You're so damn dumb. I said I was going to block your stupid ass, and then I told your dumb ass that I'm going to give you a couple of hours to respond so you can come up here on my panel. Stupid ass. See, you don't even comprehend that. So, you know, how can you even go, you know, round for round with me? I want you to, so I'm going to drop this link real quick and bring your punk ass up here. Okay, so you can get told off for real right here on this damn channel. And that's on everything. I'm going to just tell your ass off because you say stupid shit. All right, point blank. There you go. All right, I got a little time. All right, so anyway, then she says, that's something a liar like yourself would say to protect themselves in their narrative. First of all, little BITCH, I'm a long way from being a liar about this case. I'm only reading the facts that I see online in the damn police report. Unlike what you guys do, going over there looking at damn YouTubers and TikTokers, getting answers from them when you should be looking at the actual facts, dummy. All right, that's what I said, all right? And a narrative of what? This case is not going to affect me not one bit. I'm doing this because I damn want to and because I believe what Carmelo said, period. Okay, unlike what you're doing, all right? I'm not on your channel. You're over here talking to me. Always remember that. Then you said, but I'm not you, and therefore I know that you will continue to sprout your bullshit and live a lie because you have to, not because it's moral or justifiable, but because you want to protect a narrative. You attack others because you don't accept the truth of things, but out of some misplaced sense of righteousness. Girl, shut your ass up. I'm protecting what I believe that this boy did do because that's what he said, and I believe him, point blank. Okay, point blank. And I got more morals than you could ever have because I'm saying that Austin should have went and told the coach. And then I said Carmelo, if he was allowed to, meaning they did not stop him, he could have went and told the coach. You are the trash that don't have morals, baby. Because if you had morals, you wouldn't be on my channel going back and forth saying stupid shit and you don't know nothing. You don't know anything. Shut your ass up because you don't know no more than anybody else does. And clearly, you're not comprehending the police report the right way. Because if you was, then you would know that I didn't screw no damn lies. I read exactly what I saw on the police report and showed it on this channel, point blank. And then you said, let me pause that video. Oh, I said, you are talking dumb as heck. Obviously, something in that brain of yours isn't there. Dumb ass. Okay, that's what DA means. And then she said, no, then I said, chick, shut the hell up. You know, of course, I use abbreviation. I am not asking or begging you to watch or comment on my content. Go watch someone else, clown. And then she came back and said, no, it's funny reading. You have a mental breakdown. I do what I want. I came back and told her, baby, I am a long way from having a mental breakdown. Life is good over here. Something is clearly wrong with you, with some of you. Thank you for the commentary. Laughing my butt off. And I'm not going to tell you guys what FRSWAS mean. Okay? It's guess. Okay? Anyway, then I told her you are blocked because you are not of value in this comment section or in life. I will provide you with a couple of hours until my next live. That's what I said. There I will address your foolishness. How about you come to the panel, KBW? Okay, and I'm not going to tell you guys what that means either. And then I said LMBO, which is laughing my butt off. And then she came back and said, if I'm blocked, LOL, how in the hell will I go to a panel? This is why you are top whatever levels of whatever. Gonna be the music biz, Marty, to your girl. Shut the hell up. Let me just write this on here, girl. Dumbass girl. Let me just say this. Let me put this up here. And you got to breathe because let me put H up here because YouTube blocks every goddamn thing. And I'll just put it. So what I meant when I wrote that is this right here. Dumbass. Shut the hell up. Talking stupid shit. Stupid ass. Clearly you could not comprehend what I wrote in the other comment where I said that I'm gonna block your ass. Okay? Because we don't need you over here. You don't have any value over here or in life. Okay. And then I said, I will provide you with a couple of hours until my next live. So you can come up here on my panel and talk, because here I will address your foolishness. But dumbass, you can comprehend what I wrote. That's why you came back and said, if I'm blocked, LOL, how in the hell would I go to a panel? Dummy, if you would have read that correctly, you would have known I said, I'll give you a couple of hours. You know what that means? That means that you left this message 3 hours ago, right? So a couple of hours could be 2 to 4 hours. I'm going to leave you unblocked. I'm going to do a live myself. I will be up here addressing your comment, and then you can come up on a panel and speak. But dumbass, clearly you did not comprehend that, much like you didn't comprehend that damn police report. You know what I'm saying? Bitch, don't come for me, because I would tell your motherfucking ass completely off. I was trying to be nice, but then you want to bring out the other side of me, okay? Don't come for me if you can't bring your ass up on this panel and talk like a real woman or man. And if you are a man, you're going to really get your ass told off, and that's on everything, because you should not even be addressing me at all. All right? Stay in your fucking place, okay? That's underneath the ground, bitch. All right? And stay off my page. And I will block you when this live is over, period. I'm sick of people like you talking all this smack, all right? Talking shit you don't know what you're talking. All right? That's on everything. I'm sick of people like you. Shut your ass up, because you don't know no more information than anyone else regarding this damn case, okay? And the shit that you say does not matter. And that's why you keep on coming over here trying to make me change what I believe. All right? I believe that Carmelo did self-defense. You cannot change that. You and nobody else. If you don't like what I said, then stay your ass off of my channel. All right? And I'm a long way from having a mental breakdown. What I am doing, though, is telling your ass off. All right? And you was too coward to bring your funky ass up here on this live so I can really smash your ass in half. I don't know who the fuck you thought you was playing around with, lady or man. Huh? Stupid ass. Stay your stupid ass off my channel, girl. Or boy, because I'm not the one to be playing with. All right? And that's on everything. You said in this little comment, too, that I was lying about my life. Bitch, you can look at all my videos and see what I be doing. All right? Bitch, I'm not on here complaining. I'm not on here begging and shit for money. I tell people they can do donations because hell yeah, I'm going to say that. Because doing YouTube and buying all this shit is not free. Okay? But I don't make people do shit. Bitch, I'm not sitting up here on YouTube all day doing video after video, reading comment from comment, and ain't doing a damn thing. I got something to do every damn day, lady. Okay, every day. I'm doing good over here. Okay, baby, I'm doing good. I got my own motherfucking new car. I got a nice house. My fucking husband wants me. He pays the goddamn bills. My kids are all doing good. So fuck you, lady. All right, or man, or whatever you are. Okay, and that's so everything. Fuck you. All right, I couldn't say this in my comment section, but I can say it here. It's talking that shit. I don't know who you thought you was talking to. And that's on everything. Damn. I knew that I was going to have to go off on this lady. She just keep on going back and forth, you know? And I left it open because I knew her dumb ass was going to keep on doing that. You know what I'm saying? Here she go. LOL. LOL my ass, bitch. Okay, why do you keep on coming? Jermaine, I do not care because I'm not going to put this up for you know what anyway, okay? Why do you keep on responding back, clown? Huh? Why? You bored? Probably so, because you probably don't got shit to do anyway. All you do is sit up in this comment section, reply back and forth using fake ass profile pictures and names. All right? That's all you people do. All right? And I mean that on everything. I'm not begging your ass to watch this channel. Okay? Or put these damn comments here. I can block your ass so quick. I'm trying to leave you open until I get off this live so you can bring your punk ass up here and talk your shit. Shit. You can even show yourself if you want to, baby. Shit, you can do all of that. Bring your ass up here. I'm going to leave it open a little bit until I get off this live because I want you to come up here. Talking that shit. It was only one person who was brave enough to bring her ass up here, and that's Charlie, aka Lloyd. She was the only one able, brave enough to come up here and talk like she got sense. The only person. That's why I don't block her, even when she's arguing with Jermaine. Jermaine. I'll leave Charlie up there and tell Charlie she can still bring her ass up on my panel and talk whatever shit she wants to, as long as we don't bring no racial names up in it. But you want to sit your stinking ass in this comment section going back and forth like some damn clown. Jermaine. You almost made me say something to you, Jermaine, okay? Y'all so damn weak-minded. It's plainly ridiculous. Me and this dude right here, we never agreed. Okay, I mean, he didn't even like the fact that I said Carmelo should have went and told him or Tissues. Okay, but we are still friends because we know how to disagree and things like that without tripping out. You can't make nobody believe what you say. You can encourage them, but you can't make them. You can't force them. You guys don't come over here the right way anyway and address anything. You're coming over here trying to generalize, saying racial shit, saying stupid shit, doing the most. It does not even make any sense. If I was trying to get someone to change their mind, there is no way I would approach them the way some of you guys do. That is crazy. Okay? Damn. She's definitely a lightweight if she thought she was going to tackle me. She don't know I would tear her ass completely off on this channel. You think I care? Do you honestly think I really care? I'm trying to be, respectful. I'm trying to be grown. But some of you people make people lose it. This bitch say, wait a minute, hold up. I can't remember if it was her or somebody else said, get off the rag or some shit. I'm like, what? Get off the rag? What the fuck are you talking about, dude? How about you tell your wife to get off hers, okay? Because I'm not on the rag. What the hell are you talking about? That's weird. I told you people say stupid stuff. This is a serious matter. And why you guys are coming over here saying stupid shit is just beyond me. This girl is worried about Jermaine calling her a liar. I wouldn't give a damn if somebody called me a liar. Okay? You a liar. No, that's what I would be saying. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? Shit. Y'all better come to my channel though like you got sense, because you know what? I can act the fool too. I know y'all don't know it. I can act the fool too. I can say stuff too. I don't give two shits. I can even speak a different language and say it to your motherfucking asses, okay? And that's on everything. So let me see what else I got. I wish I could find the other guys' stuff, but it's like inside of other comments, and damn, you would be looking for this stuff all damn night and day. All these damn comments. Let me see what's up, if anything came up new on my actual channel. And when I get tired of y'all asses, I'm going to stop allowing comments. The only reason why I left it open is because Jermaine told me to. When I get tired of you guys' comments, I'm going to not allow the comments at all. See, because this is Shay's 2 channel, not yours. And I'm not begging your ass to watch it. You weren't over here before. Why in the hell are you over here now? Goodness, y'all like to get into entanglements and shit. That's what y'all like. YouTube like it too, because they show those videos more. And that's the damn shame. Because I can sit here and talk about medical stuff and you guys are not listening. That's why y'all ass be so unhealthy. So to the BITCH who said that I was lying, baby, like I said before, you know why I talk about medical stuff all the time? It's because Shay's to take care of herself. All right? That's why. I'm doing good over here. You know why I show certain things and how I do something is because Shay's Tube is doing good over here. It's all a blessing. Now, just because your life may not be going as good, that's why you live on YouTube in the comment section. That does not apply to me. This case is of interest to me, all right? And not because he is Black, it's because of what happened. Just like Cassie Allison case was of interest to me, and I covered that as well once someone told me about it. I think it was tissues. And I am for Casey Allison, and I don't give a damn what you guys are talking about, all right, of any race, all right? I thought he was innocent. You know, he did self-defense from the get-go, and I still believe it, and I was right, all right? He got negligent homicide, and that's what he should have got. And I don't give a damn what y'all talking about, period. I know you would. Shit, I know you would, man. But you know, I told you I like Charlie. And the reason why I said that is because Charlie stood up on her own. She came up on this damn line. We talked for about 4 hours, and she stood up on her own. She did not back down. Neither one of us said anything like people say racist stuff, but we didn't call each other no racial names or anything. I know you don't like her. That's why I allow her to be over here though, because I wanted her to stay here, and I told her she can come over here if she wants to, just don't say no racial names, slurs. I mean, if you believe in what Trump is going for, if you believe in what you said about Carmelo in Austin, then you just do, as long as you just keep it respectful and you don't be doing racial slurs over here, because then when you do that, then it's on. All right, point blank, and then you're gonna get your ass blocked. You know how it goes. All right, because I'm not getting ready to call you racial slurs, not here on this channel. You know what I'm saying? Really not anywhere, but certainly not on this channel. But you will be blocked immediately, because I'm not playing all that dumb shit with y'all. Shit. Hold on, let me make sure I got nothing else. Let me check something real quick, you guys. Let me check this real quick. Because y'all ain't gonna have me not taking care of my business because I'm on live. I gotta make sure I'm handling my business. What's the day? Let me go back and look at this real quick and see some. Okay, so today is the 9th, okay? Let me check this whole thing right here and make sure I didn't overlook something like some of you guys do, because you're sitting up here in this comment section all damn day and night, and then you will overlook the business you're supposed to be doing because you're sitting up here replying to Shay's to videos over and over and over and over again. You're just like that dude that keeps on stalking me because he's obsessive. He just cannot stop putting Shay's to name in his damn mouth. Okay, it's like a damn Energizer bunny. The Negro keep on going on and on and on and on and on and on and on about Shay's too, just like some of you guys in that damn comment section. Just plainly crazy. Also, I got a little time. Today is not even the 10th. So yeah, let me just screenshot this real quick so I won't forget. So I can make sure I do this over the weekend. Okay, so yeah, I got that straight, you guys. I had to make sure that's straight. Now let me do one more thing. It was something else I was looking up. Okay, so let me make sure I got all you guys' comments, because y'all know y'all be tripping. Talking about somebody having a mental breakdown. Girl, you must be fucking stupid. I would never have a mental breakdown over shit that you guys say on social media. Let me tell you a little secret. When I turn this damn video off, let's keep it real. The only thing that I'm thinking about is what I'm doing here. Okay, and I'm going to think about Carmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf, how this could have been avoided and this boy could still be alive and this other one would not be in trouble if you guys, grown up ass people, would be teaching your kids to de-escalate shit. Point blank. That's what I be thinking about. And I be thinking about Casey Allison and all the other damn cases that I look at. And still Cupcake McKinney. I bet you half of you people don't even know what happened with that. So shut the hell up when it comes to you telling me what stories I should be concentrating more on. For real. Now let me see here. That's what I be doing. So no more comments until I get off. Then y'all ask gonna be coming up here with some more comments. But I'm gonna tell y'all straight up, I'm not going to keep on answering you guys' comments okay, on a video. This is the last day I will address them. And in the comment section, I may respond back to some, but not too many, because I don't have all damn day to be reading that. Jermaine, you can comment to these weirdos, okay? Because I don't have all damn day to be replying back to all these damn comments these people be saying all damn night and day. Not saying that you do either, but you know, if you have a time to, you can. You are so crazy. She'll probably address you again, hon. She probably will. She probably will, hon. That damn food right there looks good. Okay, let me make sure I got everything, y'all, from these damn comments. And then we are going to get up out of here because we've been on here 2 hours and 15 minutes. I want to thank you, everybody, for coming in to watch my live. And I didn't do that many bloopers today. My tongue, I didn't even want to mention it because as soon as I mention it, we know what happens. And I still forgot to call the dentist. So far I did all right. I had gum in my mouth for a minute, then I took it out. But I did better than I did last night. And so tonight I am coming back for Night Owl Friday Fuckery. And we're going to be talking about all the fuckery news and stuff like that. And I'm not going to address any more of these damn comments on live. Okay? Because you people are crazy as hell. And I mean that on everything. Okay? Let's see. Look at this. And this is why y'all need to stop effing with people. Now, in this news article right here, this man told this woman, if the video don't come down, I'm pulling up. And he did pull up. This man unalived his ex-girlfriend after she posted incriminating footage of him on social media. See, this is what I'm talking about. People don't know how to heed to people's warnings, okay? Now, look where she's at. And you guys can protest online. You can leave all the comments you want to. You can say whatever the hell you want to say. But it's not going to bring this girl back, okay? So, with that being said, like I said before, parents need to teach their kids. It's so crazy. What? I know Sharon, Jermaine picking on me. What the hell am I going to do about Jermaine picking on you? Jermaine is a grown-ass man. I do not tell men what to do. I may give them my suggestions, excuse me, y'all, or my comments, but that doesn't mean they are going to do what I tell them to do. Okay, Jermaine does not do what Shades Tube tell him to do. You know, Jermaine is a man, and he does with how he wants to do. So what you mean? So anyway, like I said, y'all got to teach y'all daughters, your sons too, when people say leave them alone or take that damn video down, that's what you better do, because he did exactly what he said he was going to do to her. Okay, so another Texas person, a Texas man unalived his girlfriend in retaliation for domestic violence charges she filed against him, police in the Lone Star State say. Damon C., 26, stands accused of one count of murder in the first degree. Okay? And this lady was only 24 years old. She was shot and unalived while she was driving back from work on the southwest side of San Antonio. And this dude was avoiding police for months before they caught him. So he threatened her the night before she passed on. All right. He wanted her to drop the family violence charges she filed against him way back in November. And then, if you fast forward to several months up until Valentine's Day, he made threats then. Okay. They said this man texts various threats to her and on the day before she passed on. He also contacted her through Facebook Messenger to complain about a video she posted, which purported to show this dude threatening her with a GUN. I don't know why they always be putting everything on social media. And then he asked her, you work today, right? If the video don't come down, I am pulling up. I don't know why she didn't take that video down. I do not know why she didn't take it down. If somebody call you up or text you and say, and ask you, you work today, right? And you respond, even if you don't. And then they say, if the video don't come down, I'm pulling up. Why wouldn't you take it down? You don't believe what he said, especially after he already fought you. That's what I'm talking about. You got to teach your kids, again, how to stop, how to de-escalate stuff. If you know you filed domestic violence charges, okay, leave it at that in a restraining order and protect yourself clearly, because you know those restraining orders only do so much. But you don't post stuff online, because you know it's going to make that other person even more mad. And if he's already being violent toward you, you can only guess he would be even more so violent because of that victim. Because of that video that's placed up on social media. And then he calls or texts you and asks you a question, if you work today. Then he say, if the video don't come down, I'm pulling up. So that means that you need to take it down. You need to take the video down. And hell, you should have moved. Far away. So, then he got in his car and drove up to where she was at, and he unalived her. He shot her many times. And all the comments online, all the videos online, all the jail time or whatever else is not going to bring her back. And this is why you have to teach your kids how to de-escalate situations and also to stay out of situations and leave people alone. And teach your daughters, if you are in, even your sons, if you are in a domestic situation, hell, after the first time, really you need to get away. But most people are not going to leave after the first time. Some don't even leave after the second time. But clearly, after they show you this 3 times, you need to be leaving. And you don't have to tell that person, just leave. And for heaven's sakes, don't go to places where you know this person is going to look. This is why I don't believe in telling people everything. Because when you tell people everything, then they know where to look. Okay? If something goes down, or they know what to use if something goes down. But anyway, my condolences to her family, because, this is a sad situation. Okay? And my prayers are expressed out to them. And hopefully this man will realize what he did, and justice will, be served on him, I'm sure. But hopefully he realized what he did, and he should have done it, point blank. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I think she should have took that damn video down. I really do. You don't antagonize somebody, period. When you know that they are violent as hell, even if they're not, just don't put a video up, period. You see from time and time again where women go and reveal online that their significant other or ex-significant other is bi. Why would you even put that up there? You got another situation where a lady did get unalived because she posted a video like that. That's stupid. Okay, that's why I say people have to learn to leave people alone. God, when somebody tell you leave them alone, leave them alone. Is it hard? Because you can't come back once you are unalive. All right, it's stupid. Senseless violence. And this is the things you guys should be talking about versus foolishness, and worried about foolishness. All right, point blank. That's what you should be worried about and concerned about. That's crazy, man. And then it took them forever to find this dude. So he's on house arrest in order not to possess firearms. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. This man is out on bail. Not that he just basically unalived his ex-girlfriend. And they couldn't find him for the longest. This is crazy. How did he even get a daggone bond? How? But yet y'all want to sit up here and talk about Diddy? When you got regular people out here doing the most and getting out of jail on bond? These people have easy access to your dollars. Diddy ain't trying to look for your dollars. Let's keep it real. A lot of these people who hooked up with him already heard the rumors about him from way back in the 90s. Let's keep it real. And you know, a lot of people talk to him because of that money. But yeah, this dude right here is the type of dude that can get around and meet one of your daughters or whatever the case is. But y'all worried about Diddy? Shh. That is crazy. That is crazy, you guys, man. Damn trip. So what you guys say about that, Jermaine? What you get to eat in? Huh? She didn't even answer. That is crazy, man. I'm telling you, it's just weird. And did y'all know that Kim Jong? Okay, he prepares for nuclear war and chilling missile test targeting U.S. and South what? Let's see, in South. Okay, let's see. So let's see. It said North Korea says its leader Kim Jong or Wong, or however you pronounce his name, oversaw a test of short-range ballistic missile systems that simulated nuclear strikes against U.S. and South Korean forces. So Kim told state media KCNA on Friday about the need to strengthen the role of his nuclear forces in both deterring and fighting war. He said it is very important to steadily perfect the normal combat readiness of the nuclear force. That's what he told KCNA. So this comes a day after the North fired short-range ballistic missiles into its eastern sea. The test on Thursday involved a mobile ballistic missile system, as well as 600 millimeter multiple rocket launchers, KCNA said. They said these tests were aimed at training military units to more effectively carry out attacks and ensure a swift response to a nuclear crisis. They're getting ready, huh? So the agency slammed the U.S. and South Korea for expanding joint military exercises on and around the Korean Peninsula, which the North claims are preparations for a nuclear war. It sounds like it to me. So it was the North's first launcher since March, when it fired ballistic missiles hours after U.S. and South Korean troops began an annual military exercise drill. So South Korea's Joint Chiefs of Staff on Thursday said the launches could be aimed at testing the North's weapons exports to Russia during its war in Ukraine. So about 10,000 to 12,000 North Korean troops have been deployed to fight alongside Russia in Ukraine. That's crazy, you guys. Are y'all worried about Diddy? Oh my gosh, man. Y'all worried about Diddy, though. All right. So over here, like I said, we cover all types of stuff. We don't just cover Diddy. We don't just cover, murder cases and things like that. We cover whatever news that's there. Okay, whatever I think you guys should know, or what Jermaine think y'all should know. That's what we cover, and we talk about it over here. So when you write stuff in this comment section, make sure you know what you're talking about. As far as the Carmelo case, though, this applies to everyone, including myself. We all need to wait on the trial before making an ultimate conclusion about this case, because none of us know. Okay, we have not seen the videos. All right, we have not heard from all of the witnesses, so therefore we cannot say 100% And it's not fair to call this other dude a murderer when he is innocent in the court of law until proven guilty, point blank. And that guilty verdict is based on all of the information, the facts that is presented to the jury, the attorneys, and the judges there, point blank. And you are not in that court. You won't be in that court, just like I won't be. And you are not the judge or the judges. You are not the lawyers. You're not the prosecutors or the defense team. You weren't there to witness any damn thing. You aren't the doctors at the hospital. You're not the EMS people who assisted this young kid outside. You are not Carmelo, and you are not Austin. So you don't know exactly what happened. All right, you just know what these 2 or 3 witnesses and maybe the black dude and the other dude said online and what you comprehend in that police report. But I can certainly tell you this: you did not see the size of no blade, so stop with those lies. Okay, you didn't see that. You do not have any proof that they used that money to buy no car or house, because they already had that before all of this happened. So you lied right there. Okay, you lied right there. You lied about his weight, because he does not weigh 200 pounds. He does not weigh 180. He does not weigh 190 pounds, period. All right. And I did not lie about it. I read what the police report said. And so then when somebody else told me in the comment section that he weighs a little bit more than 130 or 140, I went to research it even more so and looked at his stats, something you guys did not do. All right. And then you lied about, what else did they lie about, Jermaine? Because I don't forgot. You done lied about what happened, because, you know, it's like many different stories. Some people say that Carmelo was sitting in the back. Some people say that Austin and his brother walked over. So you guys just be lying. You're not consistent. Even his brother was inconsistent with his story. All right. And then the full details are not told, because if you think that I believe that these 2 kids were peacefully talking to one another, you got me effed up. Okay, you really do, because I don't believe it. The brother said that the argument was intense. Somebody in the police report said that it was aggressive. Both. That's what it said. So when you tell stuff, make sure you tell it right. If I had enough time, I will pull up the police report again and go over it, but I don't. Okay, but make sure you tell the whole story. Just like y'all lied and said, talk about his mom and dad when you don't even know them. You don't know what the hell is going on with their family. And even, I don't know if that's Austin's real mom or not. I don't give a damn. If she raised him, it's his real mom. It doesn't matter about his biological mom. Who cares? A lot of people got non-biological parents. Okay. And then you lied about his background. You said he was arrested. He was suspended. I researched the information. I don't find anything about he was suspended. I do see that he had an altercation, but the school handled it. It was no knife involved. You guys are spreading misinformation. You are lying, okay? And then I tell you guys, well, if you're not lying, then show me some real proof, okay? Real proof, not no bull crap that some other YouTuber or other social media influencer is saying. Show me some actual proof, okay? This is what he did. Otherwise, shut the hell up, because you're not speaking facts. All right. In the court of law, if you came up there telling me about some damn hearsay, the judge is going to throw that shit out. All right. Let's keep it real, because you can't use that or what you think or what your opinion is. In the court of law, that does not even matter. What matters is that actual proof. And so you claim that this boy did all of this. This boy did this. He was suspended. He had a knife in school and all this. Show me that proof from the school system. The Frisco Independent School District. Show me that, because somebody came to my live in my comment section, and said they live in Texas. Baby, I used to live in Texas too, Keller, Texas, okay? And my kid did go to one of those schools, all right? So therefore, I do know some things about Texas. I have relatives there, okay? So the thing is, if a child did anything that's serious enough, they're going to get suspended or expelled. So that's why we clearly know he did not have a knife, because he did not get expelled then. Plus, it's not in any reports. You guys just made that up. Or you got it from some damn lying ass YouTuber or somebody in a certain position who came back and told you this shit because they're trying to paint the narrative that Carmelo is a violent young man when he does not even have a record. No criminal background record, okay? He worked 2 jobs, okay? He was a good student, and that's it. And then they want to use the fact that he probably got into a fight. So what? A lot of kids get into fights. It doesn't mean that they're bad. You don't know the circumstances around the fight, what started it, what happened. So why even talk about it? That's what I'm talking about. You guys get up and talk about stuff and don't know the full details. In the court of law, you would get torn up because you don't know it. I wouldn't even bring it up in the court of law because I wouldn't have no proof that he did an altercation, a physical one where it involved a knife. Because all of the information I pulled up says it was just an altercation and the school handled it, period. You guys are liars, okay? Just like now you're trying to paint the narrative that he was there trying to steal. Says who? You got proof? Did it say that in the police report? No, it didn't. It didn't say that. Austin's brother brought that up, and he didn't even know because they claimed they didn't know the boy. So how do they know what he was there for? He was there just sitting underneath the tent because it was raining slightly or just because the fuck he wanted to, period. He wanted to sit there. You guys act like this is the first time someone has ever sat underneath a tent that did not belong to their team. And then what else? And then you claim that his dad, I heard some people saying, and this is some black people, saying his dad is weak because he let the woman talk. Well, maybe he did not want to talk. Maybe the wife can reach people better than the man. Huh? Because women are mostly, soft and all that. Maybe she can show that better than what he can, point blank. Maybe he would have been tripping out and they told him not to talk. You don't know why he didn't talk first. It doesn't mean that he's weak. The thing about it, he can be too weak. He's been married to this lady for a long time. He's been taking care of this lady and the entire family. That's why she does not work because she's a stay-at-home mom. Okay? He has a damn job, a career. Okay? He takes care of his family. So therefore, he's more stronger than some of you men that are sitting out here in YouTube land and social media land who don't damn take care of their kids, who don't pay their bills, who don't have a damn job or have some piece of a job, and they still can't take care of shit. He seems like he's more stronger than some of you guys. So you can't talk. All right? You can't talk about anything. All y'all do is sit up here and screw all these lies and start tripping out. That's all y'all do. Point blank. Nothing more. And then you don't have no facts. So all this stuff y'all lied about. How about you do this? How about you attach? Just send me the link in those comment sections where I can find this proof of what you guys are saying. The proof that he purposely bought a knife. He purposely unalived this kid. He premeditated unaliving this kid. He started the whole thing because he is an instigator. That's what y'all said. I want you to show me, give me a link where it says that he came there to steal cell phones and money. What else? Show me a link where it says his mom don't take care of him good, regardless if she's his real mom or not. Show me a link where it says Carmelo has a criminal background. Give me that link too. Give me that link where it says that he's a problem student. And also share that link with me where he weighs 180 pounds, 190, 200, 210. Also to the person who said that he couldn't stand up to this boy or maybe two, he's weak. Give me a link to your life and let me see if you ever backed down from anything or you ever was afraid of a person because they were bigger or even smaller than you. Show me where you was always brave all the damn time. Okay, because I don't think nobody was brave in every situation. I think sometimes people do. I think a lot of times people be scared. I really do. And you don't know if this kid was scared or not because you're not him. But you can provide that link that shows me that this kid was not afraid, okay? And that he did not believe he was doing self-defense. And some people said he was running away to get away. Show me that too. Because all I saw is a kid who got scared. Yeah, he dropped the knife and ran. But when he ran, he didn't leave the area. He stayed right outside the gate. That's what he did. And then when the police came, he was right there. And he told them, it's not allegedly, I did it. The police wasn't even questioning him. But some of you guys get caught and you lie. You run. You be tripping. You start quoting your damn rights. You do the most. I know because I got police officers in my family. Okay? And they tell me stuff. Certainly my son does because, So the thing is that this lady accused me of whatever I said that I experienced that. Girl, you're a damn lie. I ain't never experienced certain things. I did have to use self-defense though, and I will use it again if I'm in that situation where I need to use self-defense. But far as some of the shit you guys experience, no, I have never experienced that and don't plan on experiencing that. I live a peaceful life. Yeah, free of doing criminal activities. I try not to be even involved with people who do it. And then when I do by mistake, it depends on how they be acting. You know what I'm saying? It just depends. Okay. But no, I think that may fit that person who said that to me more than it fits me. Okay. Okay. But anyway, that's enough of that BS, you guys. So thank you so much for tuning in. We went over a lot of the stuff today. That Diddy trial is postponed, like I just told you. Not postponed, but rescheduled. Basically postponed until Monday. Same thing. They're going to finish on Monday. They did not do it today because of what the judge decided to do. He decided to go ahead and let the defense team use cross-examination regarding Cassie. Okay, so now the defense team can cross-examine Cassie. They even put in the fact that Cassie is believed to have engaged in hitting sections with Sean Combs. They were hitting each other. All right, I don't want to say the domestic violence thing, but I will say they were hitting each other. Okay, fighting each other. So they also, brought that in today. So that's another reason why the judge rescheduled the jury selection until Monday. So with that being said, I'm pretty sure everything else is, moved up a day or so. Okay. Other than that, y'all, I'll see y'all tonight with the Night Owl Live. All right. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thanks to Ryan for being here. And y'all make sure y'all check him out. And thank you to Jermaine for being here. Jermaine with all these damn messages. Well, yeah, they should vote after the first time. You're right, Jermaine. After the vote, some women don't. They give people 2 and 3 chances. Like your girl Shay, be over here giving a certain person 50 damn thousand chances until I bet you won't get another chance though. Okay, so yeah, women do that. Some men do it too. Yeah, definitely. You got that right. She should have something else to his ass that she wouldn't have had to worry about him. And that's on everything. When he was hitting her. Not after the fact, but when. Okay. And thank you to Together We Break Productions and Kim B for being here. And Most Hated Bronze. And let's see who else. I think that was it. Everybody in the bushes, everybody who watches this in the replay. And remember, when you leave a comment, if you don't want me to come back on your ass in a negative way, you can say whatever you want to say. It's just the way you say it. And keep the personal shit out of it because you don't know shit, okay, about Shades to you, other than what I say. And just like I don't know shit about you. So keep the personal shit out of it. Okay, it's all about the case. And you can defend whomever you want to, but don't forget this. I can defend whomever I want to, whether it be Diddy, whether it be the victims, whether it be Carmelo or Austin or Casey and Allison or whomever. It's my choice, just like it's yours. All right. With that being said, you guys have a blessed evening and weekend. In case I don't see you guys again, if you don't come back to my live, and I will see you guys later on tonight. All right. Peace out, y'all. And don't forget to thumbs up this video if you enjoyed this. I always forget to say this. Oh my God. Let's see. And I always forget to put this up there too. And if you are not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe below and hit that bell notification so you can be notified of any upcoming videos. All right. So don't forget, y'all, thumbs up, subscribe, hit that bell. That background right there is done by Jermaine. Y'all like it? It's cute, isn't it? I had told him I wanted him to do Yeah, so yeah, I like the little aquarium stuff and everything. I want him to do me one with dinosaurs, prehistoric animals and shit. I want one like that. And I want one with the birds flying in the air. And then he can make me out of a bird, the little other thing that he be calling me. He can put that in it. And we can use that one right there. Y'all so damn crazy. It's ridiculous. And we can do another background of something crazy. I think I already told him what it could be. And we can do that one. I want to say it, but I'm not because I may be starting something with a person. Jermaine, if you catch my drift, gosh, we don't know nothing, Jermaine. Oh my gosh. But Jermaine, before I leave, oh my God, the audacity of a creature to think the Shaster really, truly is obsessed over that. You know what? Let me put this damn laughing sound on because that's almost laughable. Hold on. Damn. Now, this is not a fucking Friday yet, but I just had to put that in there. Hold on. I got to put this up because this is funny. Hold on. Is this it right here? Oh, we ain't even got the damn thing on. Where is the sound? Oh my gosh, man. Hear these dang going ads. Hey. All right now. That damn laugh is hilarious, you guys. But anyway, like I said, the audacity of him to think that I want that body, you guys. Damn. Oh my God, man. This is so funny, man. I had to do that though, because it was just it's almost like, laughable, just plainly obsessed all damn day. Shaster, 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 Shaster. Hear me now, Shaster. Shaster, Shaster, please, Shaster. Listen to me, Shaster, Shaster, Shaster. All damn day, you guys. Shay, Stoop. You know what? If I wasn't hoarse, I'm not gonna lie. If I wasn't hoarse and I wasn't still getting everything situated for moving, and I gotta get a couple things done to my car, I'm not joking. I would go into the recording studio and I would do a whole song versus a rap too about that situation and tear that ass up on a track. Period. And I'm not joking. Because sometimes, guys, for certain people, they just don't damn listen. You know what I'm saying? They don't listen when you tell them to leave you alone. They just keep on going and going and going like damn roaches. You can spray for roaches, right? And they just come back because they don't have so many babies. This is exactly what this character does. You can talk to this person over the phone. You can be nice. You can let them flirt with you and beg and cry and moan and groan and ask for pictures and every damn thing else. And still, the person will come back and say your name and be doing the most. Okay, and just come back, just like roaches. I don't give a damn how sweet you be to them. With roaches, you're going to be nasty to them. You're going to be trying to unalive them and things like that. But with this person, you can try to be sweet to them, respectful, forgiving, and yet none of this shit works. They still come back and keep on doing shit almost at least a couple times throughout the week. And it doesn't make any sense. It's like something is wrong with this person. And then, I don't give a damn about the person, talking about his own self and revealing information about himself. But why do you always got to get up there and say me? Why do you keep on bringing me into all of this bullshit that I know nothing about or have anything to do with? You understand what I'm saying? My life does not revolve around the Mo3's case or anything else. I only talked about that case when they started talking about it, and that's it. But my life does not revolve around Mo3's case or the people that are associated with that case. I don't know anything about none of these people in regards to that case. And for this person to try to keep on connecting me to all of this stuff in witchcraft and all this other bull crap is plainly ridiculous. If I was engaging in witchcraft, he would already know it because I would have already used it on him and some of these people in the comment section. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm joking, you guys, but I'm just saying if I was engaging in witchcraft, dark magic, occult, or anything like that, Buddhism, Hoodism, or juju, or any of the other things like that, you can best believe I probably would have already used it for real. And there isn't a damn thing he can do about it. You know what I'm saying? Because we know he really does not believe in God. You know what I'm saying? Because if he did, he would not be saying some of this weird stuff that he talks about. Okay, point blank. So the thing is, I'm just trying to figure out why this character keeps on, messing with me. It's like I believe he wants my attention, because I don't understand why, the shaster all damn day. And I'm not lying. I cannot even be saying anything about this character and he will bring up my name for no apparent reason, you guys. Something is clearly wrong with him. And I wasn't going to say anything about it today, but I was like, let me say something because it's weird. Why would you keep on bringing my name up? For real, if you're listening or if you listen to this in the future. Why? Because the things that happen between him and I, it's over. What's done is done. And then the person paints this false narrative, okay? He's making up lies, and what he's doing is telling some of the truth mixed in with the non-truth, okay? And a lot of people who lie all the time, this is what they do. They tell part of the story. I'm on a live. And make sure you talk very low because it's picking it up. They will tell you some of the truth, right? And then they'll mix it with false stuff. Now, I don't know. Some people do that because they really believe their lies. But then some people do this on purpose. And I don't know. I think it's a combination for him. Okay. I think he actually believes certain things. And then at the same time, I think he does it on purpose to paint he tries to paint a certain picture about himself that he wants others to believe. And I don't know why it's so important for him to try to paint a certain picture for damn YouTubers, people he really don't know outside of YouTube. That's kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? If he were to turn off his YouTube and not be on here, he probably wouldn't hear from half of these people. And then even if he did hear from half of these people, he would probably only hear from half of these people for a short time. And that's how it usually goes. And then after a certain time, you stop hearing from these people. You just stop hearing from them. So I don't know why he feels like it's so important to try to paint this certain picture of himself or to disprove anything I said about him. I'll say this now, and I have said it so many times before. Anytime that I talk about a person in defense of myself, I'm going to show proof. And I actually did that straight from my phone. So therefore, I don't need to go over it again because, if you are showing something straight from your phone coming from that person, how can you even do anything with that? If you're showing it right, you up on your live at the same time you're talking about it, there's no room to edit. And plus, when you're showing it straight from your phone, you can tell if something to edit because everything don't go in flow. It don't flow. It don't go together. You know what I'm saying? Messages don't go together. And so that's the reason why I show stuff like that. So people know I'm not editing anything. I'm not changing anything. And it's coming directly from the source. So why would you be trying to bring this stuff back up and then trying to like you're trying to disprove what I said when I showed everything right from the source? Just like, if you say you own some property and getting damn well you don't. If I'm going to disprove that, I'm going to go to the tax assessment or the government site that shows you who owns the property, when did they acquire it, how they acquired it, give you the background on that property. So why would you even try to challenge that? It's just plainly ridiculous. It's like being in a court of law, right? And you're telling the judge and the jury and the lawyers, especially the prosecution, that you are innocent, but yet the information You're telling them that you're innocent, you're trying to prove it, but yet they can go and look up information to prove that you did whatever you said you didn't do. That's what this person does. You can clearly go right to different sources and find out what he's telling you, and it proves exactly what I said before. But the most surprising thing is, why even bring this stuff up again? Because no one cares. This happened 3 years ago and 2 years ago. Why would this person still be bringing up all this stuff and then still texts and calls me? That's weird. It's weird as shit. And then I was telling Jermaine, maybe because of that 4 a.m. call that I did not accept, I did not decline it. I just didn't answer it. Maybe that's the reason why he decided to come up and start talking about Shay again. I don't know. It's just plainly weird. I don't know why he just doesn't stop. And if he thinks this is going to make me like him, it's not, or anything else. And then another thing that tripped me out is the fact that, this entity is running around on YouTube acting like I am contacting him, or I am mad at him because of certain things that happened a couple of years ago. And he got part of that correct, but he didn't get it all correctly. Good and daggone well, there are other things that played a role into what he's trying to say right now. It's plainly crazy. Okay, why even, like I said, why even bring all of that up anyway? Because that happened so long ago. Me and Jermaine made jokes about it. It was like, damn, it's going to be 2035, and this person is still going to be talking about Shade Stew. I'll be, doing other things, living my life, sharing special times with someone, and having fun in life. And he will still be here talking about the shit that happened in 2022, 23, 24, and 25. It just doesn't even make any sense. And people like that, you can't tell me something ain't wrong with them mentally, because there is no other explanation to, doing all of this stuff. It's crazy. It's really weird. Hold on. Yeah, it's plainly weird, okay? And I'm just like, why did this boy keep on doing all this weird shit, man? And then people say, just ignore him. You be trying to ignore this shit. You really do. But it's hard, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. It is very hard. You try blocking people. You try to do every damn thing. And it really just don't work. I mean, it really just does not work. Hold on, let me see this right quick. Yeah, I'm going to do this weekend. Everything is going to be. These people always be trying to get you in debt. Let me see. I don't know. I really do need something, but then again, I really truly don't. I probably can wait, because they keep on telling me I can come in to the store and get some stuff, and I do need a big gigantic rug. But at the same time, I just got to be, use intelligence, okay, and not be getting all that shit. But I'm the type of person, when I be one shit, I want it. No, I'm not. I wish I was. But I'll look at this. But anyway, yeah, they be trying to, when you pay off accounts and shit, they be trying their best to get you to come in the store. They give you a whole new credit line and shit so they can get you in debt and stuff. But I just need a real big rug. That's it. It's not like it would be like a huge debt or anything like that. It's just that rug is not cheap and stuff. So I'm contemplating on if I should get it or not. And I know Jermaine gonna say, no, just wait, don't get it now. Jermaine is cheap as hell. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out if I want to get that or not. And I'm just sitting up here reading the damn emails that they keep on sending me. But as soon as you pay shit off, they be coming right around back, right at your door, knocking, telling you to come and get this because they're giving you this certain amount of credit line. It's a trip. Y'all know we got wild donkeys out here. I remember the first time that I saw one, I was like, what the heck is that? And the lady I had with me, she was laughing because I never seen a donkey in person. So they had another earthquake. Let's see, 3.1 in Malibu. When was that? Oh, that was 2 days ago, a 3.2 earthquake. It shook the Malibu coast. Okay. So that's a long ways for me. But anyway, Yeah, they be trying to get you in debt, y'all. So I'm still trying to think, because they gave me a lot for a credit limit, but I'm not going to use it. I would just basically go in there and get that damn rug, and maybe a stand, a bigger TV stand, because I got another TV for my media room. Because in this house we have a media room, so I gotta put that damn big ass TV up on a stand or something. Because they don't want it on the wall. I was gonna put it on the wall, but they don't want it up there. So I need to get a big ass stand, because that TV is like 65, and so I need a stand big enough for that. So I'm gonna weigh the pros and cons, and then I'm gonna decide if I want to go there to get that TV and that rug and stuff and go from there. And if I talk to Jermaine, though, he's gonna be like, nah, they're going. So I'll see and stuff, because I could be using that money to do something else, But you don't really have to put nothing down on that initially. You just have to pay it, every month or whatever the case is. But I'll see, because I don't like the fact that that damn TV is sitting up on the floor like that. It's so damn big, it don't even look like it's sitting on the floor, but it actually is. And then we got to finish the media room. So when I get through with the media room, where my kids are actually doing it, but I'm gonna go in there and do a little things. But when I get through with it, I'll show y'all the media room. I'm probably gonna put some dark curtains up there too, but I'm gonna have to get somebody to come out. My handyman, I'll get him to come out to put the rods up there, or either I'll call somebody else to do it, because I don't want to mess up the daggone walls, because my ass cannot put no curtains up. I always be messing up. When we try to put it up there, the hardware, I always be messing that up. So I'm gonna let him do that. And I'm thinking about putting some curtains there, and I'm thinking about putting some curtains in my dining room. So I'll probably have him do those 2 windows. And there's already some curtains in my what do you call the area? The kitchen area over there by the door. There's already a curtain rod up there, so I just need to go get some long curtains. And where do you buy curtains that are like 100, that's over 84 inches and stuff? Where do you get those curtains from? I probably got to go on Amazon, so I need to get some of those. And I need to get another rug for my garage. And I did the garage, so the garage is looking cute. I just need to go out there and put the other stuff in the crate. And I put some posters up on the walls and stuff. Yeah, it looks really cute. And then so I'll show y'all that when I finish that too, but that'll be last, because I got a couple more things to do in there. But I'm gonna show y'all my living room area, not the kitchen yet, because I still got to finish that, but I'll show y'all the living room. I'll do a video for that. And when I get through with the media room, which will probably be some time, I'll show y'all the media room. And then that'll be it. And I'll probably show y'all the kitchen and maybe the dining room. That'll be it. And I done hooked up that backyard. And when I put my other patio set, I like on the lower level of my patio, I just got a basic little table and chair. I know y'all would laugh with y'all, so this basic. But up on the higher level, I don't know what you call it. I call it a stage, because I did like my TikTok video up there. I'm gonna put an actual, I don't know, I may change. I may put the the little outside patio set up there, because I think it'll look better up there. And I'm thinking about getting a little grill, even though I don't like barbecuing. But I'll just get one just to have it in case we decide that we want to barbecue one time. I'll have one. But I'm getting a little cheap one, though. I'm not getting like that other one, because I don't want to be dealing with that stuff you put in and stuff. I'm just going to get a basic grill. I don't know. We'll see. I may get the other one. I don't know, because I barely use that type of stuff. But I may. I don't know. I'll see. But this damn bedroom of mine is going to take a longer time to do. And I won't be showing y'all this when I finish it. Then again, I may. But it's going to take longer to do that. But the downstairs should be all completed by, I'm going to give myself 2 more weeks to do the downstairs, because I work every day and stuff. So I'll give myself 2 more weeks to finish the downstairs. And then I'll give myself another week to get this media room done. The laundry room is already done. The garage is basically done. All of the bathrooms are basically done. And that's it. I just got to finish the living room. The living room is partially done. It's mostly done. It's just that I got so much shit. I'm trying to figure out what I want to keep out, what I want to put up and stuff. And then the kitchen is partially done too. I just got to finish putting all the shit in the cabinets. And then that place will be done right there. I already got all the color themes up and everything. I'm doing real good this time. I'm really and stuff. I'm just trying to figure out exactly how I want to do my bathroom. I got the cabinets and stuff all done. I'm talking about like the floors and stuff. I'm just trying to see how I want to do it and everything. But overall, you guys, this is a beautiful home. It's just that they didn't really take care of it. So a lot of stuff I had to do when I came in here just to make it look the way I want it to look. But it's really nice. And whoever had it before, you can tell they had some money with all this crown molding and all these other upgrades in it. You can just tell they got intercoms all over and everything and alarm systems. I mean, it's a really nice house. And I like it. I don't like them damn floors downstairs, though. That, what you call that stuff, that tile? But the upstairs, I like this little imitation shit up here and stuff. That shit downstairs is icy cold when you stand on it without, shoes or socks on. We don't wear shoes in the house, but I'm talking about like house slippers and stuff and everything. That floor is cold, man. If it's hot outside, you stand on that floor, you will be cool off and stuff. But yeah, I like this house and stuff. So that's what I be doing, when I'm not on this damn computer, or either I just be gone because I'm always gone and stuff. So yeah. So that's what I'm getting ready to do right now. I'm getting ready to go in here and take a shower, put on my clothes and go to work. And then when I come home, I'll do that damn night out live. And then I'm going to go down there and finish doing some more stuff in this house. Because it'll be cooler too. Because like we having a heat wave come in and it's probably like 90-some degrees outside. So I don't really like to, do too much when it's hot. So by the time I come back, it'll be cool off so I can finish working and stuff. Yep, that's what I'm getting ready to do, y'all. So I just want to tell y'all that's what I was going to do. I'm just talking, actually, and everything. What you say, Jermaine? Oh, you was talking about that girl when you said I'll keep responding, but they're going to tell on me. Not that I care. Okay. Jermaine, you're crazy, dude. They're going to tell. They're going to tell, Jermaine. And I'm talking like that on purpose. They going to tell on you, Jermaine. Okay. But anyway, y'all, let me get off this video so I can go ahead and do what I need to do. It's almost 2 o'clock out here on the West Coast. It was something else I had to tell you guys, but I forgot. As soon as I get off this damn live, I will remember. All right. But anyway, y'all, wish me this dude, because I don't know what's wrong with him. Like I said before, I'm probably just gonna have to ignore him like I've been doing and laugh about it, because what else do you do? For real. But anyway, thank you again. Don't forget to thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notifications, and share and leave a comment. And I will see you guys in my next video. This is Shades 2, and I am out, y'all.